It's Uncle Remus, spinning his warm, funny stories.
Like, the man's been hijacked by fucking entertainers. Conservative entertainers, by the way.
None of these niggas have motion except for me. There has to be one real nigga left in America, in this damn country.
Turn that beat up, dad. Turn that beat up, dad.
I'm just a branch off of an old tree. And I'm just that branch that's still standing. And as the leaves fall off, that's all I am. I'm just a tree. And you know what I like about being a tree? I'm glad God has chosen to use this tree. I'm just a branch off of an old tree.
I just find it hilarious that some of y'all have been convinced that Trump's crackdown in DC is really about crime, when it's probably about politics. Now, Trump has assembled the FBI, the Metro Police, and the National Guard for the first time in history to crack down on crime in DC, citing a state of emergency. So I'm like, damn, if DC is that bad, let me go check where they fall at on the list of the worst crime-ridden cities in the country, given that Trump just did something that was unprecedented in order to keep his crime under control. So luckily for us, this conservative publication went to the FBI's list to give us the scoop on the most dangerous crime-ridden cities in the country. So of course, DC's probably like top 3, right? Nah. Actually, on a list of about 30 cities in the country, DC doesn't even make the top 30. And as you probably noticed, Trump doesn't even mention any state or city on that list except for Chicago, which falls at number 16. In other words, this clearly has nothing to do with crime, despite what Trump and his administration and his cult might have you believe. So if it's not about crime, then the logical question would be, what is it about? Everybody seems to have forgotten the federal government and local authorities and this new streamlined database that they're putting together. So for the first time in history, you have Metro Police departments working in patrolling with the FBI, a federal agency. And you have 800 National Guardsmen that otherwise would not be able to be deployed without state governor approval, being deployed and given the ability to detain people, a convergence of federal, what would normally be considered state, and then local authorities working together, exchanging information, and you can test the efficiency of this database. And of course, it's just convenient that everybody keeps bringing up Epstein, and you could use a good distraction at this point. This isn't about cleaning up DC. Not really. This is likely a live field test for Palantir's database to see how effective it is. No matter what bullshit, easily debunked excuse Trump tries to give you.
What's going on, guys? What's going on? It looks like we're having some odd audio issues here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep this show live, but I'm going to do a hard reset and restart my routers and everything, and maybe that'll clear up some of the problems here. So do me a favor and stand by. I'm actually on my headset on my phone right now, so I'm going to keep the air going. I'm going to keep the show going for a minute, but I'm going to go up here and unplug my router. And we are going to have to hope that does the job. So give me 1 second, Joe. All right. Mic check, mic check. I actually am having some connection issues tonight. I don't know why we aren't connecting. Okay, says we're good there. All right, the laptop is back up. All right, it looks like the laptop connection is back. Okay, let's try this again. Hopefully, we got some of the bugs swept out of this issue here, but it looks a little bit better now. Let's pull up the next video. All right. My apologies, everybody. We're going to get right back to the show in just 30 seconds, so stand by.
Who the fuck does Trump think he is? You ain't fucking God, bitch. You ain't fucking God. You don't tell me I'm a fucking mental problem or have an addiction problem because I'm homeless and me mental help, addiction help. You want to classify me? You don't get to control me. It all starts in DC, America. Wake the fuck up. You're letting this motherfucker steal your rights. And every one of you little pawns just sit and agree. You don't get to control my life. This motherfucker. This motherfucker.
Looks like right here they're arresting a homeless man. What's going on right here?
This man is being arrested.
For what he did? What he do?
We were hearing that he was distributing narcotics.
Okay, so they're getting a drug deal off the street.
I don't want to characterize it. I don't know.
All right, they're arresting this guy right here. They say that guy just said he was arrested for narcotics, so he's either a homeless man or a drug dealer here on the street. There you have in the bag whatever he was selling. They put it in the bag, so he was indeed selling drugs. Right now we have the FBI, the police, Secret Service with all the money and the drugs that he was selling on the streets.
After he had been arrested, a protester showed up and went absolutely crazy on law enforcement.
Coward! 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 Cowards! Oh, you fascist! Get the fuck out!
This lady just arrived and she is screaming in the megaphone. I wonder if she knows that they just arrested a drug dealer. Wow, you got a loud voice.
Fuck you! Fuck you!
Wow, she just came right in here. This lady is an angry woman.
Stay away from homeless people!
Do you realize that they did arrest a drug dealer?
Oh my God.
There's nothing you can do to make them better fucking people. Because good people don't take fucking jobs like that. Good people don't want to beat on folks and shoot people in their fucking neighborhoods. Good people don't want to take fathers out of their fucking homes. Good people don't want to fucking criminalize mothers for trying to feed their fucking children. Good people don't fucking do that. So at the end of the day, a bunch of fucking shitbags in a uniform. Fucking waste of space, goddamn disgraces in a fucking uniform. Fuck y'all. As a woman who fucking served this dumb ass country, I'm fucking pissed. And Serena made an amazing point. She said, I'm fucking angry. I'm frustrated. And all I can fucking do 2 years since I started doing this shit. It's not enough anymore. It's not enough anymore to just continue to gather and do shit like this. Like, we have to hold these motherfuckers accountable. I'm tired of just cussing them out. I'm ready for these bitches to start dropping badges. I'm ready for them to start losing their pensions, losing their futures, losing their families, and their livelihoods. Just, I want them to experience that shit. Because that's the fuck you've been putting our fucking society through since your fucking inception. Slave catchers. Enforcers. Property protectors that don't give a fuck about the people that for new fucking cruisers, for tanks. But yeah, here they are, shooting us in the street. When we asked them for a fucking report, they had to go in that building damn near 3 times to get a sheet of fucking paper that we paid for.
Okay, are we still muted? Oh, all right, all right. My bad. My bad. All right, now let's start this over now. Shout out to the Midwest Request with the $5 trolling super chat. We're gonna drop that 5 right into Hood's Internet Connectivity Fund. Apparently, I don't pay for enough internet for peak hour usage. If you notice, most of my shows are like in the mornings or before like 5 p.m. because I do a lot of evening and overnight shifts, and it just works better that way. But now I'm wondering if I'm trying to fight through peak internet usage, and I just don't have what it takes to get it off right now.
This is racism. Donald Trump shut down DC. Not because he wants to get rid of the homeless people. Not because he's so concerned about these gangs of young people. No, he shut it down because it's a predominantly Black area. And we know, going way back in his history, he does not like Black. This is about purging. Oh, I'm so mad. Oh my God. This is about purging people of color from that area, and it'll be the first. He'll try more. This is like, people say California was the test. I don't think California was the test. It wasn't strong enough. This is the test, DC. And if we allow this to move forward, we're in trouble, because he will go after every major city, and he'll go after people of color first. And even though there's been this big immigration hit with our Hispanic brothers and sisters, I feel like for him, with the DC thing, this is about Black people specifically. And we know, those of us who've been paying attention, all the protests we've been having for months and months and months, Black people have seen, which was quite wise. And we all know why. If you don't know why, ask one of your Black friends. And everybody should have a Black friend and a brown friend. Have lots of them. It's good. Makes you a better person. Diversity. It's good. So let's not let Trump get away with thinking that we're idiots and that we don't see exactly what's going on, what he's trying to do. This will not become an all-white America. No, we are not vanilla. We're not. We were never meant to be vanilla. I don't want vanilla. I want 31 flavors. I'm so mad. This shit pisses me off.
What if we're not aiming for all white? How about mostly white? How about like over 80% white? So there's room for other people, you know, but it should be closer to 80%, like when I was a little kid. Shout out to the Laughing Dog with the 5-ball. He says, Hood, ICE is recruiting for 40 and up. You, me, Snow Pookie, and Trey. LFG, let's fucking go. It's not a bad idea, actually, you know. I'm still in relatively good shape. I didn't get all fat and nasty as I got older. We can probably run down some Mexicans together. I wonder what their real policy is, though. It's probably not going to be the physical thing for me. I can probably pass the physical stuff. It's the background. I'm just going to throw it out there. It's the background. Shout out to the coon of coons with the 2-ball. He says, it's not my money. Is money even real anyway, right? What is money even anyway, SKC? Look, it's still not my money. Look, it's not even real money. I wonder if that's even SKC. I bet you that's Mrs. Coon having fun with her husband's phone. It's not her.
Give me the money, Paul. Oh, well, I would do it. Give me the money.
And with the $10 super chat, but really, it's not my money. I'm telling you, that's the wife on SKC's phone right now having some good times. It's not my money. That's exactly what a wife is. Come on, share your dollar. Give me your dollar. Share your dollar. It's exactly what a wife would say. It's not my money. Here, have some more.
I live right outside of DC. There are gangs of police on individual people in the streets, harassing, arresting, assaulting Black people with absolutely no cause, no reason. They are not being attacked. They're not being threatened. If you are white, you need to be out there. You need to be the one. Black people are.
Why aren't you out there? Why are you in here hugging your therapy pillow? Why are you not out there protesting for me? How come she's not out there protesting for me? The Midwest request with the 2-ball. He says, money is useless if you can't run and abuse it. And you know what? I almost forgot. Shout out to SKC and the Midwest request for smashing that super chat button for me.
Smash you! Yeah! You make Hulk angry! You not like Hulk angry! Hulk no like fighting.
Oh, stop. Is that really Mrs. Coon with the 20 ball? Take his money, hood. He invest. Oh my God. Mrs. Coon, please stop. No.
Make it stop. Make the hurt stop, please. Like,
How are you going to justify this when you go over the bills next month? Oh my goodness. Stop. Please, Mrs. Coon. Hit that like button, y'all. We are just getting into it.
It's Uncle Remus, spinning his warm, funny stories.
Like, the manosphere been hijacked by fucking entertainers. Conservative entertainers, by the way.
None of these niggas have motion except for me. There has to be one real nigga left in America, in this damn country.
DC is dangerous. No, DC is not dangerous. Why would you feel like it's dangerous? I'm gonna ask you a question.
Because it's actually the fourth most dangerous city in the country based on homicide rates.
That's actually, I know that's absolutely right. But do y'all feel like it's dangerous because it's black people? No. Okay.
Why would it be because of a skin color?
Oh, that's what I'm asking. That's why I asked that question. But I don't feel like DC's dangerous. What part in specific is dangerous for y'all?
The homicides and the carjackings. And,
Right.
Yeah.
I agree with the carjacking and everything about that nature. I agree with for sure. But
Okay.
homicides, that's everywhere.
So do you agree with Trump's action to take over the city with federal troops to make it peaceful?
No, I absolutely do not agree with that.
Why not?
For me, I don't feel like the protection will like sustain far as in the city itself. It's just like you'll have Navy troops taking over, but you got to think about the metropolitan.
The training is different.
It's-
Military is different than police. Police work for the people.
Yes.
The military do too. Yeah, they protect us, but they're focused on combat. There's no combat needed in the streets.
Well, there's gunfire in the streets. There's people getting shot and killed.
I'm law enforcement myself, and the training is completely different. It's completely different.
So how have you guys been handling the crime recently? Do you feel like it's gotten better or worse?
So I'm from Miami, so it gets no worse than Miami. But like
It is worse in Miami, actually. If he deploys federal troops and everything becomes safer, will you say that is successful?
If it was to come to that rate and crimes drop, totally.
I see too much violent crime being committed by young punks who think that they can get together in gangs and crews and beat the hell out of you or anyone else.
They don't go around in gangs and stuff like that. Like, they go around with their friends to have fun, to go out and be with each other, not to beat people up.
The youth, they don't purposely try to cause trouble.
I feel like I wanted to be safe as far as for everybody, not just for certain people.
Earlier this summer, DC's City Council passed legislation to enact a juvenile curfew after incidents involving large crowds of young people near the Wharf, Navy Yard, and other parts of the city. We sat down with Christopher, Tristan, Lamont, and Blessing, all DC high schoolers and a part of the Community Action Group, where they provide presentations about drug prevention to their peers. They shared their thoughts about an increase in police officers, federal agents, and National Guard troops on DC streets.
I feel like they're viewing it as young black kids. They just want to go out and they want to cause havoc and do anything they want.
Just like a way to make people feel like they're always being watched and always being observed.
And I feel like with the police being in such
You know, it's crazy how the news always finds the handful of good black kids and be like, look, see, these kids aren't out here wilding. These aren't young niggas. And then meanwhile, the neighborhoods they go back to are full of the young niggas that are exactly the people that you're talking about. It's like you found the quiet kids on the block. These are the kids that their moms don't let them go outside all that much. These aren't the young niggas you're looking for. Oh my goodness. Mrs. Coon. Mrs. Coon, listen, I hope you know you're going to have to pay for this later, all right? All this money's coming out of your ass later on. I just hope you understand that. He's not going to be drunk and stupid forever. But for now, I got you. I got you. You on my team for now. We're good.
You want me on that wall. You need me on that wall.
Shout out to the Coon of Coons sponsoring tonight's show. Who knows how it's all going to play out. But we got the Coon of Coons, Mrs. SKC support right here. Shout out to Mrs. Coon.
Girls are here to be sexy for me. Throw it back on a nigga. And that's why you're gonna drop that ass for a nigga, because you were put here to drop that ass for a nigga.
Just so long as you know you are right now writing a check. I hope you understand that you are writing a check right now, and you're going to have to cash this check at some point.
Sometimes that could be like helpful because that do like make the youth a little bit more on edge with what they do. When I see police, I think something bad happened. I mean, it's wrong on both sides. Kids sometimes do a little too much. They go overboard, but at the end of the day, we all just kids.
Attorney Bureau brought up some of DC's laws and the limited powers she says she has to address repeat young offenders. Some of the young people we spoke with say they do believe that is an issue that needs to be addressed.
They basically like having it their way because they not basically getting no discipline. I agree with her on that part.
From drug deals to bullets flying not far from where kids were playing at the Kennedy Rec Center.
What can we do to make sure that it's safe for the kids?
Neighbors from the Shaw, Mount Vernon Square, and Mount Vernon Triangle neighborhoods say they're fed up.
In the past 4 weeks, we've had 3 shootings.
Stephen McCarty is the ANC for the area. He organized this week's public safety walk.
We need to bring everyone together because this is happening here.
On hand to hear their concerns, DC Police 3rd District Commander Sean Connors.
And I can tell you right now, we have less shootings here than we had at this point last year.
He told them that by the numbers, crime is down. In fact, DC Police say crime is down across the entire city.
Does anyone here actually think that?
But if you ask these DC neighbors,
it shows such a lack and disconnect between what you're trying to sell versus what we're experiencing.
Their perception, how they feel, is unsafe. From drug dealers.
DC Mayor Muriel Bowser announced her Safer, Stronger anti-crime legislation. So this morning, she went to Capitol Hill to testify before the House Oversight Committee about crime in the district and ways to reduce it.
Access to firearms is a national problem, and we need common sense gun reform. We also need this Congress to give the mayor control of the DC National Guard. We welcome your partnerships or non-public safety initiatives as well.
DC Mayor Muriel Bowser announced her Safer, Stronger anti-crime legislation. So this morning, she went to Capitol Hill to testify before the House Oversight Committee about crime in the district and ways to reduce it.
Access to firearms is a national problem, and we need common sense gun reform. We also need this Congress to give the mayor control of the DC National Guard. We welcome your partnerships or non-public safety initiatives as well.
Shout out to Face Facts with the $4.99. It's not a black problem. It's a mother-raised problem. They prefer open racism rather than admit women are the cause of the communitized destruction. Now, you know, that's a weird, I don't even know if it's fair to even accuse them of open racism. It's a tough position though, right? It is a tough position because you don't want to blame women, you would rather look racist. Oh, damn. You know, we've been talking about race and liberalism colliding in weird ways lately. And I think you're onto something though. I don't know that I can totally castigate you for that point of view right there. Like, it does very much look like they're choosing to. I would rather look racist than to say that all these single moms, even if they're black, all these single moms just can't raise their children because single women raising a bunch of boys is always going to lead to terrorism. No, you don't want to say that. I'd rather look racist. You know what? Yeah, that's a lot. That's a hell of a thing to hold on to, bro. I think we would rather, even Trump would rather appear racist than to say, hey, man, listen, you got to raise your kids better. And then Mrs. Coon rounding off all of her. I feel like we're co-conspirators in some type of robbery now, Mrs. Coon. Topping it off at $50 with the $3 donation. Shout out to the Coon of Coons. Let's go for 50. Oh, my God. What did I do to deserve this?
Oh, yeah. What happened to your chef? There's powerful niggardry at work here.
Oh man. Thank you to Mrs. Coon. We are off to a great start. We are rocketing off to the stratosphere right now. And we're not even done. I got actual videos. I got a whole line of videos to review for you guys. DC looking crazy. And DC's looking crazy, but black folk actually don't mind. That's the funny thing about it. The black folk on the ground, they don't mind as much. Like, you can almost tell who's the nigga and who's just like regular black folk trying to get through their day by the videos, right? Because, you know, the people that's complaining, it's like, you obviously kind of niggerish. But the people that's happy, you know, they just try and go to work every day.
And the murder rate, you can't keep saying violent crime is down, but the murder rate's up. To the average person, the murder rate's about life and death. You don't brag about a rising murder rate. And the Democrats are, I agree with you, Mika, they're falling into the trap of defending what's indefensible.
It's a trap. Yes, it's a trap. I mean, if it's not a winner politically to say, oh, you're wrong, look at the data. Because, you know, if one violent crime happens in a very heavily populated part of the city, people hear about it and it's visceral. They don't want it. And they'll gravitate to the person who appears to be doing something about it.
And the murder rate, you can't keep saying violent crime.
Freeman's Journal asks, I wonder what SKC did to initiate this spending spree. You know, the funny thing is, you don't always have to do anything. Sometimes it's just a moment where you weren't vigilant. You don't have to do anything. Sometimes you just got caught slipping, bro. Even within the confines of a nice, happy, safe, protected marriage, you might get caught lacking. Bro, you might get caught lacking even in a loving, steady marriage. And it's just, it is what it is, bro. No place is safe. There is no soft landings, all right? Even at home, you might get caught lacking every now and then. What are you going to do, bro? You got to get up, dust yourself off, and be better next time. Stop getting caught lacking like that. Streets is watching.
Black people, shut up. Stop acting like all of a sudden we care about our community. We give them a reason to send the National Guards into our communities. We pew-pew one another and don't care about anybody around us. Before there was rules, children, older people, mothers, off limits. But these young ninjas today ain't following none of the rules. If we care so much about our community, why don't we address the issues that are in our community? Why do we need the president to address our issues? We unalive our babies in a system that was specifically made for us not to reproduce, but we care about our community. You can feel however you want to feel about Trump sending the National Guard, but my question is, was there a reason? And the answer is yes.
Yeah, everybody knows, bro. Everybody knows. Nobody likes to say the word black, but everybody knows.
There's something bigger going on in our community, and we don't want to address it, but all we want to do is point the fingers. Like what I said, hate what I said. It's the truth. Black people, shut up. Stop acting like all of...
And you know what? Actually, I didn't even need to play that video yet. He is technically out of order. That nigga, he jumped the line. Sneaky fat nigga. That nigga jumped out of order. Shout out to the Midwest Request with the 2-ball. You deserve everything you get, Hood. Thank you. Thank you. I would like to think so, but I swear to God, I don't know what I be doing, bro. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to do it. And it just works out that way. But I appreciate every dollar you guys throw in the air, man. Thank y'all so much.
Give me the money for all that I would do. Give me the money.
Come on, share your dollar. Give me your dollar. Share your dollar with me. Come on.
The answer to this problem for Democrats is not, oh, everything's okay. There's nothing to see here. Move along, move along. Oh, Washington has dropped 24% or whatever in crime. Well, let me give you some other numbers. The Washington Post took a poll in late April, early May. 91% of Washington residents say crime is a problem. 91%. 51%, it is an extremely serious problem. And John Heilman, we've had people before put this in racial terms. And this is, I must say, this is one thing that I think Democrats have gotten so wrong about crime. So wrong about crime. Let me just read the Washington Post here. There are stark divides.
Hey, shout out to Mrs. Kuhn. She says he did nothing. He took off to the game with my dad and cousin, but he took the business phone by mistake. It happens. Like I said, sometimes even within a happy marriage, you get caught lacking. Everybody's still in love. It's all good. But hey, man, don't stop getting caught lacking like that. You got to be on point. You got to be quicker than that, man.
Among lines of race and income in the poll, with Black residents and lower income residents significantly more worried about crime than white residents and those with higher incomes. As they were last year, Black women are among the most concerned, with 65% saying crime is a very or extremely serious issue, compared with 82% who said the same thing last year.
Whoa. Did you just tell me that Black women are concerned with crime? In Washington, D.C., in the nation's capital, Black women are concerned with crime. That's crazy.
We are absolutely winning right now. Absolutely. We have done more than change the conversation. We changed the balance of power in the federal government.
Because there are a lot of people in this country who do not like Black women, but Black women are the base of the Democratic Party.
But Black power starts with Black women. It just does.
That's crazy. You guys are all really, crime is bothering you guys? I had no idea. Face facts with the 499. They would rather seem racist than admit women are the problem. The Epstein list has nothing on the child trafficking done by family court. Whoa, that was a nuke. You just punted a nuke into the chat. Yeah, the Epstein list has nothing on the child trafficking done by a family court. And you know, low key, that's not even like a metaphor or a cute like linguistic flair. No, literal trafficking has been alleged against the they do steal children. Kids do just disappear into the cracks and paperwork of the system. Some of those children's files get dropped into file cabinet 13, never to be seen again. It's a thing. I'm surprised you just brought that up so haphazardly and casually like that. But yeah. Listen, man. Those are my real ops.
Than white residents and those with higher incomes. As they were last year, Black women are among the most concerned, with 65% saying crime is a very or extremely serious issue, compared with 82% who said the same last year. Rev, I just bring this up just to say there are a lot of I'll just say it: white progressives who you've talked about, and I've talked about, who sometimes think they're trying to help certain segments of the society, and they have no idea where they are. Well, right now in Washington, D.C., Black women especially are deeply concerned about crime in their city. And I think it would behoove the Democratic Party to figure out how to build a partnership with the president, with the mayor, to make Washington a more secure city for the 91% of Washington residents who are saying today that crime is a serious problem.
No. Stick to the numbers. Make Washington, D.C. safe for the Black women. That's what you started talking about, right? Let's follow through. That's the problem. You don't follow through. Why is it that Black women, who are the hugest, like the single biggest solid voting bloc in the Democrat Party, because, you know, any other group, they probably split in half, but Black women firmly 90-something% Democrat. Why don't y'all keep your people safe, man? You are supposed to keep your people safe, and you're not doing that. People kind of wonder what's up with that. And then some dumb going, okay, I'm a dumbass, but how can I give you my money? If you can't super chat, you can hit me on the Venmo at The Hoodservative. That's the best I got for right now. Or you can go to Rumble. You can super chat me on Rumble chat, however that works. Shout out to everybody listening on Rumble, by the way. The YouTube channel has been really active lately, so sometimes I forget to monitor the Rumble chat. Let me make sure I pull that up right now. But shout out to everybody listening on Rumble.
Well, it goes to the situation and problem that I've said to you, and you and I have discussed before, that people are talking for people they're not talking to. There is a concern among many Blacks, if not most, and many residents in Washington, D.C. about crime. We have an Office of National Action Network there, so I'm familiar with it. I go in and out. I talk to the people that work for NAN there, led by a woman, a Black woman. But the question becomes how Trump is handling it. I think the problem is not that there's an argument about we need to deal with crime. Even though the data says it's going down, the perception and the reality is there. The question is, Donald Trump, the only convicted felon to ever sit in the White House, by the way, pardoned criminals who assaulted police, who threatened the life of the vice president, and did not reach out and try to meet with the mayor and local law enforcement and say, how do we work together to end crime? He just came in, said, I'm taking over, and then announced I'm going to other cities, all of whom have Black mayors: Los Angeles, Oakland, Chicago, New York. I'm going after all these cities, not one Republican city, not one white mayor.
Maybe he doesn't need to go to those places, though. Maybe law and order is being actually practiced in those places, so it's not the same thing. What if it really just is that simple, that the Black territories, the Black-led areas, they're just not as well run. They're just not as effectively managed as the other places, right? And Laughing Dog with the 5-ball, getting censored. See my following message. I've been looking for the next message from you. I don't see anything up in there, but I'm waiting for the follow-up, Laughing Dog. I hope you're not getting censored out by the YouTube algorithm. That's not on me. I have no control over that kind of thing.
So for people to suspect him and his motives and the way he does it is the problem. I think what leadership there should do is what Mayor Bowser said. They're willing to sit down with the administration, and anyone else should, and say, let's deal with the problem. But don't become the problem. And don't tell us on one hand, you can sit January 6th and watch people beat up cops while you're sitting in the White House doing nothing, and then come back 5 years later and say, I'm taking over the city.
Okay, we have a hot one right here. I gotta answer this question. Okay, I'm going to say it. Why is Law and Order anti-black? Can someone really explain this to me? All right, Bandit. I'm going to have to take a minute. But I'm going to answer you. But, you know, this is a heavy question. But it's worthy of an answer.
Give a nigga a break. Give a nigga a break. How much more can I take? Give a nigga a break. Give a nigga a break. Give a nigga a break. How much more can I take? Give a nigga a break.
Okay, well, and you know what? Here's another thing. These two questions, the answers kind of dovetail. So I'm going to read this out loud, and we're going to tackle them both in the same rhetorical moment. My sister asked you, Mr. Hood, why so many black men not afraid of white men, but kowtow to black women? Huh. From the black perspective, and I've been talking about this, the problems with masculinity from the black lens. When you kind of see through this quote black lens, there is no objective masculinity. Like when you think of like high culture images of masculinity, it's like, you know, men fighting with the gods, men struggling against, you know, impossible, nearly cosmic forces, right? Like Perseus battling against what was it, Medusa or something? You know, Greek mythology is really just full of that. Like we're battling with the gods, you know. And from the Black American perspective, that framework, it caps out at battling white supremacy. We're not like fighting cosmic images or cosmic ideas of raw masculine power or whatever. We're fighting white supremacy, right? And so from that perspective, as a black man, law and order is inherently a white concept. Whether or not law and order is a right and appropriate thing to aim for. And in fact, because it's a white concept, the idea of law and order is almost alien to the Black American mind, really. And so even being a criminal, give me a second here. Even being a criminal in some ways is fighting against the white man, because the white man represents law and order. So fighting against law and order, you are enacting in revolutionary masculinity, right? So kowtowing to the black woman is part and parcel of the revolutionary masculinity, and then constantly being a futile, even impotent adversary of the white man is the peak of, quote, black masculinity. And so I hope I was able to answer both questions in that one shot. It's just a weird problem of black masculinity. We don't see, frankly, when when people accuse, you know, coons of seeing the white man as God or whatever like that.
You want me on that wall. You need me on that wall.
In reality, in practical application, the very concept of white supremacy basically deifies white people inherently. And so instead of the black man struggling against the gods of creation to achieve some kind of supreme masculinity, our God that we struggle against is literally a white guy, some dude. It's really fucking sad, honestly. This is why I'm such like on the outskirts with a lot of these, you know, blackety blacks and all that shit. Because once I started really questioning what it is, you know, the shape and contours of blackness and all that, when I started exploring the edges and the deep heart, the cold center of it, I found it very lacking. I really did. Anyway, Freeman's Journal with the $2. That question is worthy of a panel, Bandit. We might do a panel. I probably said a lot of words today, and I might need to let you guys come up and chew up some of the airtime. We just might do a panel. Face Facts with the $4.99. Cops love black women because they guarantee their job security with the children they raise. Malcolm X warned you about liberals. That is a vicious, dirty, nasty conspiracy about police, bro. That's crazy that you would think something like that. Might be true, though.
Podcast, what we're watching right now is, I guess, a bulldozer or an earth mover or a device that is moving things in Washington, D.C. Okay, you got a little ambient noise right there. The homeless encampments are coming down. President Trump is serious about this. He's going to take the homeless encampments down. He's flooded the zone with troops and also park rangers and others, Border Patrol. Judge Janine actually indicted a guy yesterday. He's in the process of indicting a guy for a felony for throwing a sub sandwich at a Customs and Border guy and calling him a fascist right in his face. President Trump said no more spitting on him. Those days are over. President Trump's finished playing games. He's going to clean out Washington, D.C., and then he's going to get the graffiti off the buildings and the monuments. And people spraying monuments, like he said, he went back. There's a 200-year-old law. It's 10 years in prison. He's had enough of it.
Bruh. Bruh. This nigga is literally bringing back slavery era laws. Did he say a law that was 200 years old? This nigga is digging he is digging in the crates, bro. He is really digging back to slavery era laws, man. 200 years ago, a 200-year-old law. Dude, so it's 2025. That would be 19. That would be a law from 1825. Dude, it's over, bro. We digging in the crates now. We going back to antebellum laws. You might get whipped. A nigga fuck around and get actually whipped by the Fed. If Trump pulls up a law that says, I have the right to whip this nigga in public, what are you going to do?
The Washington, D.C., and anybody will tell you this, progressive Democrats, everybody, it's a hellhole. It's become a hellhole. So the Democrats can argue on the margin of the statistics, or down to go argue your statistics all day long. Right there, it's coming down. This is action. Same action you got to take in these institutions. You have to go in, field strip them, purge them of all the bad actors, and then rebuild them, rejuvenate them, etc. We're going to have more about this. I got Wade Miller coming up. Alex Swarrior, she's got the new book out also with the Washington.
Hey, listen, Chocolate, don't tell me I played too much. Go tell this nigga Donald he played too much, bro. What you mean? This law is 200 years old. I just discovered it today. Hold up, man. Hold up. Don't go digging too far back into those law books, man. We might find some shit that we don't need to be doing right now, bro. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, man. This nigga said the law is 200 years old, and it says I have the right to go fuck these niggas up. Whoa. I think maybe we were supposed to throw that law out, but we kind of forgot. We probably started doing wars and other shit. But that law not supposed to be there right now. This nigga Donald is doing too much. Donald played too much. Don't tell me I played too much. This nigga digging in the crates right now. It got so bad he really start digging in the crates. All right, what do you even do about that? It got so bad he like, I gotta find slavery laws to deal with these niggas. You understand what that means? Like, I have to go back to the time of owning and beating niggas to find the proper legal structure to do what I'm about to do to you niggas. That's dark, bro. That's real dark. Rational Baz with the member for 3 months. Shout out to you. Slavery could only last due to women. Men would rather fight and die, but our mothers enslave our minds. Y'all really making a lot of deep, like almost emotionally jarring super chats tonight, and I'm trying not to get all deep into it because I don't want the show to run forever and ever. But like, bro, stop. That's my mom you're talking about. Yo, Freeman's Journal with the 5 ball. You have to replay the answer ChatGPT gave SKC to the question, what happens if you have a slave class but no slavery? Ooh, I don't even know how to find that type of thing. Where do you find that shit? I don't even think I saw that particular that segment SKC did, but yeah, I was messing around with ChatGPT earlier today. I downloaded it for a particular thing I was trying to do and I couldn't get it right, so I moved on to another AI. But AI is scary, man. One of these days, I think we got to do an SKC style AI show. It might be fun. Might be fun.
Finally able to chill at a red light with my window down, not worried about if one of them young niggas is coming. Ride through the city, feeling more safe than I ever felt. Finally able to chill at a red light with my window down, not worried.
SKC isn't even on YouTube anymore. You can probably find him on Rumble, and that's it. But yeah, I don't think he's I don't know why, but he retired from the tube, man.
I don't understand it, and I don't think I ever will. Why the fuck is people that's not from the city saying DC's not that bad? Why is a nigga from Denver, Colorado saying DC's not that bad and Trump is just trying to be a dictator? Gang, DC is fucking like Gotham City, bruh. Like, y'all do not know. Y'all out of towners, Mo. Mind y'all fucking business, bruh.
No, you girls don't start concocting plans and schemes just because the boys ain't home. Miss Kuhn says he's using AI for such purposes. I'll need to talk with him. What else has he been doing on here? Listen, you have to enjoy your brief moment in Dexter's laboratory, but understand no girls are allowed in Dexter's laboratory, okay? Even the women that are here are fellow spectators, okay? Say hi to the other ladies, Mrs. Kuhn. But no girls are allowed. You do not get to mess up what's going on in Dexter's laboratory. We do great work. We do amazing research here. SKC has pioneered a unique field of study, community anthropology. And within this laboratory, we have examined amazing behavioral patterns. We have studied obscure linguistic behavior sets. We have theorized and pontificated upon the nature of the Negro soul. We have done amazing work, and you do not get to interfere. Go back to being in love.
4 infants got killed in a month. This shoot is every day. Contact is every day. The city is fucking wild right now, bro. And it might say it's the lowest it's ever been. That's because these niggas is not getting caught. There's so much shit going on. Y'all don't even know, bro. I'm recovering from getting shot in DC, gang.
Look, he just got shot the other day, gang. He just got shot the other day, gang. This is Science, Freeman's Journal. This is what we're doing here. Science, okay? This is research for posterity. He just got shot the other day, gang. He know how bad it is. Trump basically saved that nigga life.
This is not getting caught. There's so much shit going on. Y'all don't even know, bro. I'm recovering from getting shot in DC, gang. So for y'all out-of-towners to be like, DC's not that bad and this shit don't need to be done, y'all don't know shit, bro. Like, for real, y'all don't know shit, bro. What Donald Trump is doing right now, getting the homeless off the street and putting all these law enforcement people in throughout DC, that shit needs to be done good. I'm tired of fucking Gotham City, gang. I'm tired of that shit, bro. I'm trying to go to U Street and not have to worry about running from fucking bullets, bro. I'm sick of that shit, gang.
I'm tired of getting shot, bro. I'm tired of getting shot. Listen, I would feel you. If a nigga just shot me the other day, I would be tired of getting shot too. This is enough. This shit need to stop. I don't know why we living like this. We got to do better. Look at my head, man. Look what these niggas did to my head, man.
What's wrong with you? What's wrong with y'all? You niggas are crazy.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't be laughing at the nigga, but yo, this shit crazy as hell, man. That nigga just got shot the other day. Like Trump, if you'd have just got here last week, bro, he might not have got shot. You see what I mean? Like Trump, if you'd have got there a little bit sooner, the nigga might not be toe up right now, bro. That nigga mad as hell you waited all this time. That nigga mad as hell it took you this long, bro. Yo, face facts with the 499. Trump is shutting down crime before he cuts off welfare. He's ahead of the curve. No, he's fighting crime and trimming welfare at the same time, bro. This is the 3D chess that they was talking about back in the first Trump term. Remember, like 4 years ago, everybody was talking about 3D chess, and then all he did was make you take the jab. Yeah, no, now he's actually doing 3D chess, all right? This nigga bombing Iran. And then when everybody get mad about that shit, he like, look what I did to the black people. And everybody's like, well, wait a minute. You know what? I don't know what to do about this right now. Listen, this is the 3D chess you guys thought you were getting. The nigga masterful right now, bro. This nigga Trump is on some shit. Look, Epstein who? Epstein what? The nigga Trump is a genius, tell you the truth. The nigga doing so many moves right now, it's hard to even be mad at the shit you're supposed to be mad about. Shout out to the Midwest Request the Hood's R&D department. Listen, they was practicing on him. That's all that was. He was a test dummy. Homeboy got shot in an accidental robbery.
Do you not understand that this is what the residents want? I'm not talking about the bougie upper echelons, bougie blacks. I'm talking about the everyday grandmas that have to deal with these homeless people peeing and pooping on their steps, and then they have to clean it up. They don't feel safe when they walk into their neighborhood. The gangs and the dope boys are just standing around the corner, you know, like, do you not understand this is what they want? I remember working with a community leader and somebody had just gotten shot. This is like 5 years ago. And I remember her praying and she said, Crystal, we're going to have to invoke the National Guard. And that was so foreign to me. Now I understand the shit. These people are helpless. And I'm not talking about the bougie black people that live in their gated communities with their new bills. I'm talking about the everyday grandmothers. And I'm so glad that President Trump cares about them.
I'm not the one to condone violence. I'm not the one to condone breaking the law when you can get caught. However, I do think now is not the time to be no suck-ass pussy. And this is for all the people that like to break the law, that like to rob people, that like to shoot people, that like to murder people. Now is your time to resist in DC. What I'm seeing across the board is insane for me to see in my city. It's insane. I want y'all to harass the people that are harassing y'all versus regular citizens, versus the people that go to work every day, versus the people who keep the economy in our area going every day. I want y'all to run these police up out of here and terrorize them the same way y'all terrorize the citizens of your city.
I don't know if I should be saying this on the internet, but as someone who lives in DC, people in DC do not really care that Trump deployed the National Guard. Most people are quiet or like, or are literally like, thank God. The only people I've seen outraged are people from other states. People in DC, quiet. I worked in a local election a few months ago. Mind you, this is a place that voted 90% for Kamala. And by far, the biggest issue for people was crime. People didn't care about anything else. People were going ham. I went to so many forums and people were like, what are you going to do about these badass kids? Lock them up and throw away the key. My personal favorite was, if they want to play with guns so much, send them to fucking Afghanistan. A lot of you probably are sitting there thinking a few different things. Number one, you're probably thinking is, oh, this is what the problem with gentrifiers is. Like, white people move to a city and complain about crime. No, the district I was working on was a primarily Black district, like 80%. And no, I cannot speak for all of DC, but the group I am noticing this with is not a monolith. And when I noticed this, I even helped some local politicians I know to make sure I wasn't tripping. I was like, wait, is it just me or does no one care? They're like, our constituents are happy. Mind you, like, I was born and raised here. Like, somebody was unalived on my front lawn when I was a child, and now the house is worth $1.4 million. And these are people who are just like that. Like, these are residents who are fucking tired. And don't mistake this video as me saying I'm for what he's doing. Again, everyone in my circle is extremely liberal. So a big thing I did on that political campaign was crime stats, and they were staggering, they were frightening. And I know MSNBC was fact checking Trump, and they said that crime was down 30%. That is a little deceitful. Violent crime is down 30%. And they're only counting homicide as violent crime. And I've never seen anyone do that. Like, that is deceitful. And this is not me saying like, oh, they are justified, but it's more so like the numbers are deceitful. Like, I'm not scared of getting shot. I'm scared of them taking away my jacket. Like, I have a Canada Goose from literally 2014, and my friend's like, nobody wants to steal your 2014 Canada Goose. I'm like, they will. But yeah, no. FBI data, which they're using, is broken down into violent crime and property crime. And they're like assault, battery, homicides, robberies, and one more, or like, I don't even know if robberies are violent crime. They are only including homicides. Nobody here is scared of getting shot. And the thing is, even if homicides are down, the fear of being like assaulted, robbed, carjacked is still in your mind daily when you go into DC. It doesn't matter. Like, I know in the election, a big thing people were saying, like in the local election, like, it doesn't matter if crime is down if people don't feel safe. And people don't feel safe in DC right now. And it's funny because the only people I actually have heard that they say that they feel safe is like white people who live in Navy Yard, which is like not a place you should feel safe. Fun fact, I had a friend get robbed twice in Navy Yard, on a Friday and then a Sunday. And when they robbed him on Sunday, they couldn't even take anything because he didn't have a phone or wallet yet. Another really interesting thing I've seen in like my sphere is that it's the Black people talking about crime, not white people. And I think white people kind of understand like, oh, like if we talk about this, like we're in a gentrified space, like, but it is the Black people talking about this, which is interesting because I think a lot of people from across the country wouldn't expect that. And when I mean talking about this, it's talking about how crime is out of control. The bottom line is people in DC do not feel safe. And anyone who tells you otherwise just isn't paying attention. Like any resident who's like, I feel safe, you shouldn't. And yes, even though crime is down, like this is another thing, like I've done a ton of data analysis, used to be a data analyst, went to MIT, like I'm good at math. Even if there's a drop in crime, if the crime was like out of control to begin with, like a drop doesn't really matter. Like you have to take it in context. Truly only my friends from other states who have been like outraged about it. People from DC have been silent, or they're just like, or people are like, thank God. Again, this is not me justifying how it's being done, but I'm saying that people from DC like don't actually mind what's happening. And that's why they're not being that loud about it, because they're fucking tired. I know a couple years ago, a lot of my friends started saying like, you know, I don't even drive into DC anymore. Like I don't want to because they're going to bust my windows, which is like very possible. Like every time I come back to my car, I'm like, phew. Now people are like, I don't want to drive to DC because I'm going to get carjacked. And then we realized they're carjacking the Ubers too. And if this actually blows up, I don't want to hear anyone being like, awful take. It's not a take. This is not me saying I agree with it. This is me saying what is happening. And you could be like, oh, well, my friends care. Okay, good. People should care.
Liberals are so torn right now. It's like they've been trained to not really speak frankly about certain things because, you know, it's going to make the Black people look bad. And this is kind of why I like doing this stuff on YouTube. But I know that it's not like just me either. A lot of Black folk are, you know, a lot of niggas are sick of niggas, man. Ain't nobody got Black fatigue like other Black people because we got to rub shoulders with each other every day.
Y'all can't even tell me we not ignorant in DC. Y'all can't even tell me we not ignorant. Like, we ignorant as fuck. At the end of the day, we just don't give a fuck. Like, we are irritating ass people. Like, we would irritate you on mothers. Oh, what? Oh. No, you didn't. Yes, we did. Like, we're irritating. Like, we antagonize motherfuckers. You don't see the little youngest that's antagonizing the police officer because he got his ass whipped in high school? You don't like we either gonna make you or y'all gonna make us. Like, that's just it. We gonna make you put hands on us. We got so much mouth and so much action behind our shit. We gonna make you put hands on us. And we do ride deep, like we do.
Yeah, that's her real voice. You have no idea how dark it gets. That is the real voice. She sounds like that. But she's telling the truth, though. Annoying on purpose, man.
Man, down the city is quiet as a church mouse, man. I came all the way down Pennsylvania Avenue this morning. So peaceful, yeah. I don't smell no weed, young. I don't see no homeless people. I mean, I came all the way through the southeast side, all the way down here. You see now I'm at the White House, jump, man. It's quiet, yeah. It's a shame that it takes somebody to have to sit in your classroom in order for you to be in order, yeah. Because that's what it feels like, yeah. You gotta be babysitted to do your job, yeah. Stuff been out of control for years. You gotta do better, yeah. You gotta do better, yeah. And mainly, young, you got the problems. It's us, man. It's always us giving everybody a bad name, yeah.
It's always us, young. That's why Trump here, young. He gonna lock us youngins up, young. Every other word out of his mouth is young, young. Shit's crazy. Oh my God. The ghetto.
We'll see how long this lasts, yeah. How many murders was it last night? How many carjackings was it last night? Talk to me. And y'all keep on posting all these data numbers and things of that nature that y'all see everybody else reposting. The stuff that came from the Metropolitan Police Department and the mayor, yeah. Let me tell you something, yeah. Let me tell you something. You can't be that stupid. You can't be, man. Who enters that information to get that data analysis, yeah? People do. You can enter whatever numbers you want to make whatever report show what, but you can't hide the crime, young. You can't do it. Let me give you something to break it down to you for those that don't understand. I retired from UPS, right? So what they used to do to play with the numbers or whatever, we have mission packages. You'll have drivers over the hours. They'd go in and enter the information and the report would show whatever they needed to show to keep their bonus that week for their bosses not to fire their ass. So stop believing that stuff. And I don't know if you ever had to deal with the DC government, young, but they suck, young. They have got a lot more better now that the officers have did what they had to do and got all of these people out of the government and got rid of the riffraff and things of that nature. People actually do work now. Let me give you this for example, right? You got carry and conceals or whatever that were being issued by the DC separate department that was handling the gun license and the things of that nature. They went from turnaround time for like 4 months, 5 months for you to have to damn get a gun registered in DC and get a carry and conceal to 2 weeks. It used to take you 3 months just to get an appointment to talk to somebody and take your information and your gun down there. Now, you go online right now and they got appointments available tomorrow. How does that happen? What changed? You put some fire under their asses and now they want to do some work.
What's up, y'all? Check this out. We all, listen, to all my homies, man, everybody in DC, man, listen, I don't know if y'all been paying attention, but check this out. Man, they got the National Guards, they got DEA, the FBI, Park Police, Capitol Police, DC Police, all working together. Trump got these niggas on a mission. So what I'm saying to y'all is now ain't the time in my city, in DC, I don't know about nobody else. He ain't do that nowhere else. But it's a state of emergency in my city. So all I'm saying to you is, now ain't the time to be riding around with guns and drinking and smoking weed. You know what I'm saying? Now ain't the time, bro. This ain't these next 30 days is gonna show a lot of shit for niggas, man. And that's because it's like this because the youngest keep tipping, bro.
Yo, DC got their own slang I never heard of. You say youngin' after every other word. Tipping. I guess tipping is like tripping. These young niggas be tripping. The link is in the chat, by the way. The link is in the chat. You guys been crazy generous tonight. I'm not even gonna mess around with nothing like a panic attacks. We just throwing a link in the chat. Appreciate everybody's support, man. If you want to come up, come up. Talking about DC tonight. I got a couple more videos of the police getting active. But hit that link if you want to.
We can't go nowhere without them niggas. We can't go nowhere without them niggas fucking it up. 9 or 10 of them, they robbing motherfuckers, shooting motherfuckers. And you know what I'm saying? Like, motherfuckers get tired of that shit, man. They get tired of that shit, bro. There's no points in it for that, man. Now, this is where we come to a state of emergency. You hear me? DC is under emergency. The Metropolitan Police Department has lost its fucking custody for 30 days. Now, Trump about to get in here and start roughing shit off. Man, they already started. They done came through the yo 2 or 3 times already. They done pushed up on my man yesterday, wasn't doing nothing. Pushed up on them. They is not playing out here, man. So if you want to get a football number now, keep doing that dumb shit. Keep doing the shit that y'all doing, bro. Y'all making it, come on, bro. We got to do better, man. And I'm not just saying it's for the YNs, bro. It's for niggas my age, too. Listen, if you got certain motions, man, now with the curtail that shit a little bit, man, because if they catch you, they fucking you over. It ain't nothing nobody else can do about it. I'm just being real, man. Y'all niggas, man, stay up. Pay attention, man.
That's all I am. I'm just a tree. And you know what I like about being a tree? I'm glad God has chosen to use this tree.
She's just a tree, man. Shout out to Face Facts. What's going on, bro?
What's going on, man?
Chilling. What do you think about this DC crackdown?
Well, even if you think about what I said earlier about how they were, like, especially with the Democrats, they would rather appear like outwardly racist than admit women are the problem, especially black women. Run it. Why do you think they're putting all these police chiefs and mayors as black women? They're basically trying to, saturate the market. So for every bad one, they can say, oh, look, we have ones that are doing positive things, but they're just placeholders. But that's why they're trying to flood the zone with them, because they know what the root of the problem is. That's why they're so quick to label these spaces as being like misogynistic and going after us. Because remember, in the beginning when this whole thing started, no one took it seriously. Now all of a sudden we're on FBI watch list.
Go ahead, Bender. You have a question?
No, I'm just looking at this whole situation going. Say he does what he says he's going to do and crime does go down and people start realizing that, shit's got to change. Is this going to do you think this is going to go national, you think, or is this going to just stay as a DC issue and be isolated?
Well, I can tell you for practical purposes, he had to go to DC, and he's kind of limited to DC because DC is a federal area. So he has special rules and privileges he can use to do this, but he has no such privilege when it comes to any other territory because state sovereignty will kind of be a problem. Now, that being said, though, there is going to be a kind of social, political pressure to crack down on the streets if it does look really good. And that's the gambit he's probably working with, right? So he'll never be able to really do what he just did now, but he can kind of pressure the other territories, like a couple other cities and states, to maybe get a little bit tougher on their own without the the threat of an invasion like this, you know?
Well, the only pushback I would give on that would be if he assumes that these cities are full of illegal immigrants, that's an invasion. He can do the Insurrection Act and then mobilize the National Guard.
Well, he could have done that at any point, technically, because look, every day that goes by, there are less illegals in the country than there were the day before, 2 weeks ago, a month ago. So he's creating less of a scenario to use the Insurrection Act already. So he's not going to do that at this point, but it could have been done theoretically. Which to do that is like, it's sort of it's lighting a fuse that he doesn't want to light.
Makes sense.
Mrs. SKC asks, why are they engaging with the authorities instead of going inside? No, I wonder if it's not just a black thing. This is almost a cultural thing. This is an American thing, right? We don't go in the house when the authorities are on our streets.
It's like TV.
In other parts of the world, when the police or the military are on the street, you go hide, right? You don't just go in the house and watch TV like nothing's happening. You go hide. In America, it's different. So even white folk, they don't just go in the house because the police are outside doing a thing. They're more likely to come out and watch, and they got phones and shit and cameras and all that too. So there is a weird American spirit where it's like, nah, we out here. But on the other hand, to get deeper into it, I remember I was telling this joke last night about the good neighborhood versus the bad neighborhood, right? A good neighborhood, there are women with babies and strollers, housewives jogging around and stuff. And in a bad neighborhood, during the middle of the day, it's a bunch of, adult middle-aged men hanging around. And this is kind of what that is right here. This is just how it is in the hood. Niggas just be hanging out. They're not gonna go nowhere.
Anybody want to talk about why they're hanging out outside?
Well, I want to let Freeman's Journal jump into the conversation. You can jump on that if you like.
Yeah, they got nothing better to do. I mean, it's like TV.
Right. It's the simple
You know what I
things,
mean?
really.
Yeah, it's like a house caught on fire. They just walk outside and go, oh, what's going on? I mean, hey, and then the other thing I said about what happens if you have a slave class without the slavery, bro, it's like it described the community. I mean, it was scary accurate with how well it described the community. And now it's just because when you think about it, look how much they fought against anything positive, right? This is the same city that elected a crackhead, right? But Adrian Fenty actually started cleaning up actually started improving the school system, and they got rid of him, but quick. So it's like the culture maintains the conditions. Literally, it doesn't seek to improve, right? Baltimore is Baltimore for a reason, and you see how and what you were saying earlier about other mayors going to start doing this. They are, because Baltimore is kind of like ahead of the game. They are trying to give credit to all the old programs, right? They're trying to give Midnight Basketball the credit for the new prosecutor putting people in jail.
Yeah, I've been suspicious of that whole thing. I haven't really looked into it hard enough to make a definitive statement on it, but I have been suspicious of their numbers and what they're claiming worked.
Oh, yeah, it's the reason why they're doing
trend. They have to. The reason they're doing it is they have to protect themselves, right?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say.
The
reason why
bureaucracy depends on the dysfunction. Without the dysfunction, you don't need the bureaucracy.
Well, it's not just that. They need to also remember you have to have a battle or something. When you're going for election, you basically need to have someone that you can blame if things go wrong, and someone that you can bring up so you have an ally. So you always want that plausible deniability where you can have a person to blame and yet give something that you can work on during your term to give yourself give yourself, relevance to raise money and everything else. So the problem is the us versus them mentality isn't really working that much anymore because everybody sees it is what it is now. So the problem becomes if you have no one to blame, it's kind of like what happened to Mussolini. He had no one else to blame, so what they do, they turned on him. That's exactly what's
Well,
going to happen here.
The other unacknowledged thing is black flight has been happening like crazy, right? So they're losing the buffer class of decent black people. And that's all the
Not a
country.
good thing though.
Hmm?
It's not a good thing because let the cities burn and
No, yeah, no. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. What I'm saying is they're losing the managerial class, the black managerial class that manages the dysfunction, is losing the cover or the buffer of like middle class blacks just hanging around. There's so much black flight. Like if I go over my streams the racial dot map all the time, but if you look at it, you can go from city to city and see how stratified it is.
that's because they
Freaking
had white flight. Now they're going to have black flight, and then basically it's like the Titanic. It's a sinking ship. Whoever can't leave is basically going to get destroyed by the town. And the problem is when more and more of the people that share your values leave, everybody else is going to vote against you, and the laws are just going to get exponentially worse, and the frequency and the speed of them getting worse is going to happen because your voting block is disappearing, and that's the honest thing. What's happening? It's the premise that if you live in the suburbs and own a business in the city, you basically have no rights of how that those laws affect your business. So what do? You pull the business out of the city, and that's what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get to this video you shared in the back, Friedman. Friedman, what is this? I think there's a mistake here.
Oh, is it muted?
Well, the sound is not even on.
Oh man.
There's no sound in the video at all. So I think you kind of made an editing error
Damn,
here.
let me give you the link. Yeah,
Moving
Dan,
on.
let me give you the link. Sorry,
Sure.
my bad.
Oh! Don't spray him. Don't spray him. Don't spray him. Oh! What the fuck? What the? Y'all harassing us. Stop spraying him.
All right.
Go ahead, record him.
You guys stop abusing your.
Yeah, you picked him with this boy. All this shit.
You take that bag, I'll beat you the fuck out here, bro, because you abusing your authority. Bro.
No, Steve, no.
No, you really know because you abusing
Well,
your
yeah, sure,
authority.
I'm showing though.
No, you abusing your authority, bro. That shit, you can lock up the terrorist secrets. You ain't an answer.
So you're picking with him.
I'm not picking with
You
him.
is.
The kid
You
just
don't
thrown in the
know
pot
this.
and just spit the pot. Then you turn and all this extra shit. Why is your voice cracking? Because
you're wrong.
You dead wrong, bro. I'm wrong that he didn't have a gun, yes.
No, you dead wrong.
That nigga just said I'm wrong. He didn't have a gun. That's
You just went in my pocket.
Yeah.
You just touched my pocket. That's harassment. You can't even touch me. That's what we're talking about, bro. Don't let him get somebody tripping. You try to tase him, and he was
badge bitch, bro. You a bitch with a badge. All right, that's fine.
Are you being a bully?
Be safe, right?
Black folk really do have like a completely adversarial relationship to the very concept of authority. Let me show you some more videos here. Is this the one where she got beat up or she got pushed? Oh yeah, this one. They really are not fucking around in DC right now. He meant what he said. Don't mess with my police. All right, we're not doing that shit no more. None of that George Floyd shit is happening. All the George Floyd rules are dead. We're back to old school policing. I think he's gonna hand out billy clubs next week.
Good.
Back off! Everyone back off! Back off! Back off!
Did you hear that?
Back off! Everyone back off!
That's a female. You hear that? They always think that there are no rules for you because you were born with bobs and vagine. It's crazy how that works.
Right, but that brings me back to the original point I made earlier. Like, did you see the look of shock on her face? Because
I know.
it's like I've always called it aggressive coward syndrome. What it is they're aggressive with the people that they think won't do anything. Now, it's like, oh my God, the cop actually stopped me. They're not supposed to do that. I'm just supposed to be able to do whatever I want. And even before, with the cop was stopping the other guy, he just happened to be innocent. Who's getting involved? A woman's getting involved, amplifying the situation, making it worse. And that's the problem, where it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy, because in these mother-raised communities, what it boils down to at the end of the day is, yeah, they know every black guy in the hood isn't a criminal, but on a balance of probability, it's more likely than not that you're up to no good if you were raised by a woman.
It's also like, I hate to say it. Remember, I've been seeing this for a while. This is, black fatigue to the level of, enough's enough. You're seeing, you're over the hurdle now of saying, we're sick of it. We don't care anymore. This is apathy. We don't care anymore. We're just going to do what we want. And it's only going to get worse.
It was weird. I'm listening to you, and I was just about to say, you almost don't even sound angry. You sound like intellectually, like it's intellectual anger. Like theoretically, you should be angry, but then when you said apathy, I was like, that's what it is.
They just don't care anymore. And the thing is, they did it to themselves. They wasted all their goodwill with George Floyd and everything else, and now everybody's seen it for what it is. It's like the well is gone. There is no more. You can't go back now. And you think it's going to get bad now? It's going to get a lot worse. A lot worse. Because once people realize that no one cares, that's not mainstream yet. Once that really hits mainstream to the point where it's okay to say things, it's okay to do stuff again, it's going to be a field day. Because they're going to be pushing that limit, because basically there's no more limits anymore. So now everybody's going to redefine what limits are in society. And that can go either way.
Well, here's the thing, man. The people that live closest to it, right? It's not this internet thing is its own thing. But I mean, white people won't even move out of Baltimore. You know what I mean? In a very real sense, this happens everywhere. This is Mobile, Alabama, Hattiesburg, Mississippi. Pick a city, right? But what I don't think people are, like, in reference to Scott Adams' famous screed, "There's no fixing this," you are going to be shocked at how it turns on a dime. Just by saying, socially saying like, we don't want this anymore. We're just gonna put you away. Like that video this morning of the that guy put out and said, "Hey man, I don't smell weed. I don't see anybody out here. I don't see none of this." Da 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 da. If Trump keeps this up for his term, which I mean, I don't see why he wouldn't. You know, it will force the hand of everybody else. Basically, like, oh, DC is one of the safest cities in America. There was only 20 murders in DC this year.
The only issue is Trump can't do it like indefinitely. I don't think the rule that allows him to take over is an indefinite rule. So he's got a 30-day gap. He maybe can extend it, but he can't extend it forever. I don't think that's politically feasible.
I think he doesn't care. I think
it depends what the results are. If the results are positive,
yeah, the results are. They already are.
Yeah. That's why I said it's a gambit. So maybe that is the gambit, though.
Yeah, the only way this really is gonna go bad against him is if they can play the sympathy card again, even though that well is basically, dried up. But if they can play the sympathy card, that's the only card they have left. Everything else is played out. So, like, you're looking at I mean, I hate to put it in these terms, but you're looking at like an animal that's basically cornered. And at one point, do you just give in to the animal taking you, or are you just going to do something about it? We're at the doing something about it phase.
Right. And
Yeah,
the other danger in this whole thing is, right, when Trump says make America great again, now because he's running under the conservative banner, everybody wants to, revert it back to slavery. But if you think about Trump, his golden era was the 90s. So that's what he's talking about as far as the economy was concerned. The last time that America was great. The other problem is you had that crime bill in the 90s. Now, the problem with the crime bill is not that it sweeps the criminals up. Everyone in here can pretty much agree that getting the criminal class off the street is a good idea. The problem is the people that aren't part of the criminal class that are going to get swept up in it. And that's the problem. Like, the degenerates don't realize that that's what they're exposing the rest of us to.
Huh?
Sometimes you got to crack a couple eggs to get rid of the disease, basically. So it's going to be, like I said before, there's going to be people that shouldn't go away, that are going away. But you know what? At this point, everybody's got to be on their best behaviors. You screw up, this is what happens.
Because when you say like the people who are not a part of the criminal class, I think I vaguely get what you mean. Like, you have a regular job, you don't do anything crazy, but you got arrested because you had a little bag of coke in your pocket. I mean, you like to sniff coke when you go to parties.
Dude, though, if you're not out in the streets with it, you're not going to get caught.
Kind of, sort of, yeah.
I lived in California under 3 strikes. I lived under in California under the crime bill. Didn't get swept up because I wasn't out there like that. I mean,
no, listen, I get what you're saying because listen, I was in New York in the 90s. Like, I'm still out here. I know exactly what you're saying. And granted, right, it didn't happen to us, but there are people who did get swept up. Like, it would be disingenuous for us to act like nobody got swept up and they shouldn't have gotten swept up. And again, I agree with you also where, you do have to, break a couple of eggs to fix the problem. But what I'm saying is, it's unfortunate that we're forced by the criminal class to have to suffer the consequences of the problem that they created. Now, I'm saying that like with the systems that are in place. The systems that are in place, governmental systems, that allow women to take children from fathers, that supplement them with welfare. That's the main cause of the problem. So, but my argument is, even if we fix the issue, as long as those systems are in place, it's going to come right back around to where we have the same problem again. Because as long as they're basically feeding the beast, but they're treating the symptoms and not curing the disease. Because ultimately, because what I'm saying is ultimately once the economy stabilizes, it's going to be back to the same shit. It's going to be back to women empowerment and everything is good. Let's let them raise all these children, and then we're back with a criminal class right after Trump cleaned everything up. It's a self-fulfilling.
I don't think I want to take that argument. I think you're probably onto something. I would not argue against that because they're doing this hard crackdown on crime. You know how liberals say, well, you never get to the root cause of crime, and their idea is like, you know, programs and resources and all that stuff, right? But the root cause of crime is the breakdown of the home and you do have to be hard on crime from a law and order perspective. But before the law gets to your kid, you have to raise your kid right so the law wouldn't get to him. And that's really the root cause of crime is the family structure.
Hey,
or at least the big part of it.
My counter to that is Trump is hitting the trifecta, right? Crackdown on crime, welfare reform, and a crackdown on illegal immigration. These ninjas about to start working again. Believe me.
Yeah, I think Sir Tice, you got it right, Sir Tice. Culture, right? But Freeman's Journal, you just pointed out this is how you nudge the culture into the right direction. And I think that's really what you need to do. Yes, it's culture, but you do kind of need, this is why I'm right wing. I think the government should apply certain pressures so you can actually behave better. We can debate how far you go, but I think the government should nudge you onto the right track.
Yeah, like Hood, for prime example, here's the big the difference between left and right. Do you believe in humans are good in nature or bad in nature? Because if you believe
I don't take it as good and bad per se, but I think we have base natures that need to be tamed.
That's my point. You're not a good human without laws to take your behavior and put it into something positive. Otherwise, people are going to go into the default function and do stupid shit. In a nutshell, that's what I'm saying. People aren't inherently good. They need laws and everything else to be good. Otherwise, what's the point of laws?
Yeah, I don't know about that inherent goodness thing.
Well, the left.
Yeah, if everybody was good, Bandit.
I mean, the left believes that everybody can just be reformed. Like, we don't need prisons. They can just get reformed. It's their situation that got them in trouble, not who they are or not what they believe. Or
well, ultimately, the left believes in tabula rasa, meaning like I can recreate the base nature of human beings. Whereas like my personal position that you kind of asked about is I think as human beings, we have a base nature. And if we want to live in a society and then even higher into a high society, a great civilization, then it requires a level of sacrifice that means taming our base nature. Like, for example, when we talk about families and monogamy and cheating and all that, right? There is a completely non-biblical argument for monogamy. You don't need God to tell you that you just have to stay with one woman. There's a practical reason for that. And there are other ways to attack that same kind of argument. Like, you don't necessarily need a purely biblical foundation for it all, right? But religion just makes for a really easy transmission, right? You can just deliver these ideas a lot more easily and effectively with a religious structure. But there are practical ideas that we need to maintain high society, right? Like monogamy is kind of a key in all the great societies, right? Like you can cheat, kings had side chicks, but as a core function, you kind of need to do monogamy for the most part.
Yeah, because it's like the Matrix. If you have a part of society that doesn't want to add to society, that part of society is going to keep growing and be an actual threat to the society. So I mean, like, you're going to have enough men that don't care about society that's going to collapse, or they're going to hate society and they're going to rise up against it.
I want to get to this clip, but American Man, let me get you into this convo before you play the clip. What's going on, bro?
What's up, guys? How's everyone doing? Yeah, I think Friedman's correct. Like, he's hitting the trifecta, and that's what's needed, because he's sort of getting to the core of it. Look, you got all these illegals, taking jobs. I mean, you're hitting the crime. And what was the third one there? Oh, the welfare. Once you remove all of that, right? See, once you remove the choice from these daggles, they have to work with their child's father, which in turn, that means the father will be back in a position to dole out discipline. to both the
You know,
mother and the children.
you know what, Mr. American man, you know what's funny about that? When I talk to like women on other panels, you know, I review that kind of stuff when I go off on my YouTube adventures. And a lot of times the women take offense to the idea that you should be forced to have to negotiate effectively with your baby daddy, right? So even the idea of stepdaddies and the baby daddy culture that they got right now, that actually serves the women's independence and dominance in whatever next relationship she has. Because like, if that's your baby, that's your first baby, that's her first baby, y'all, you are a traditional family. As the man, you kind of naturally have a position in that family. Whatever guy tries to come behind and be in that situation after you, he'll never have the same natural positioning that you have. That gives her leverage, right? And so it creates the situation where they always are seeking leverage. Now, if the government can remove all of its intervention, they have less leverage, and now they're forced to deal more fairly and more equally. And what I learned from talking to girls is they think that is actually wrong.
Well, Hood, you understand that that's why we have a culture of, and yes, it is the culture, it's Black culture, to remove the biological father and bring in government and stepfathers. That's because the government is the paycheck and the stepfather has no authority, right? But the biological father, in most cases, are both. They are the authority and the paycheck. And so that's why they seek to remove you.
Red Illusion says maternal instincts apply to the slave class. I don't like it when you say slave class. It feels a little bit offensive when you say that. But we're gonna watch this video clip and get over that shit.
So you said, well, I wasn't even smoking though, bro. I been saying, bro, don't do me like that, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Don't do me like that. You get some weed up off the ground, bro. Everybody's saying that, bro. Don't do me like that, bro.
At least put it.
Out of everybody out here, I just saw him smoking. Bro, you gonna do me like that, bro? My car's on though. Hold on, bro. We're gonna secure your business. Man, listen, no, ain't none of that. My car's on. I was about to leave. He said I could leave. Fuck all that. Man, listen, all that secure vehicle shit, bro. Go ahead, bro. Y'all down like Dickie and bro. Listen, bro, that's my car, bro. What the fuck? Man, listen, the kid's on me and I'm not giving it to y'all, bro. Don't text me, bro. Listen, my ID's on me. That's all he asked. Why am I arrested? Listen, why am I arrested? Listen, why? Y'all niggas think y'all can do whatever y'all want. I don't give a fuck about that, bitch. I'm a personal trainer, nigga. And I was a fire department, nigga. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? Man, listen, I'm not arrested, though. I'm not going nowhere. Listen, I'm not going nowhere.
He must have fought the little fires.
Do you know what's ironic about this? He thinks that he has control as he sits there in handcuffs. This is a guy with the delusions of Keisha. Listen to him, right? Just put a hair hat on him and take a little bit, whatever little bit of bass is in his voice. And you have Sha'Carri Richardson from yesterday.
Yep. They probably look alike too. He got the Sha'Carri Richardson body type.
Say he a personal trainer. Boy, don't look like he left the weight.
Hold on, face facts. You got it, face facts.
Go ahead.
No, I was saying I was agreeing with him because this is the mother raised male where if you close your eyes and like you said, you close your eyes and take the bass out of his voice, he sounds exactly like his mother. But this is what I mean with the system. The system and the police, their actual procedures allow for them to, like him as a man, if he's acting like that, they're green lighted to actually drop him on his head and do what they got to do. But with women, their policy and procedure is different. They're not supposed to do it. That's why the woman in the other video, when a cop pushed her on the car, she was in shock. Not only is that the policy and the procedure, these women know that that's the policy and the procedure because they're taught these things. Like, they're taught how to hand you over to the child support system and all of that. When the kid is born in the hospital, You know when they so-called throw the man out of the delivery room so she can have a medical exam? They just allowed you to be in there while the child was birthed. And a lot of times it's a C-section. So that's a surgery. You could be in there while the child was delivered, but they kick you out during the medical exam. They're not examining her. They're telling her about how the system works. And they don't want you to be there so you can hear what goes on.
Well, I'm going to say something about delivery that I think, like, if you've ever been in a delivery room, and I don't want to veer this off, but I'm going to say this, right? A lot of things don't get done if the father is present in a delivery room. Because I remember I had all the control in the delivery room, and all the nurses were mad. They were pissed because they wanted her to be in there alone so they could coerce her into a C-section. Because they coerce a lot of, not all women, because some women have to get C-sections, but a lot of them get coerced into that because that's a more expensive procedure than naturally having a birth. And I had a lot of say in the delivery room. Once the father's there, all of those nurses running around telling the woman what to do goes out the window.
I think this is one of those areas of interaction that it's hard to quantify. It's really like an invisible kind of thing, right? But a woman without a solid man or a husband, quote unquote, is kind of left up to the mercy of just whatever the government is willing to deal with her. Like whatever deal the government gives you, you kind of have to take it. And then as a woman, it's a lot more difficult to face the pressure of like whatever the government is just going to offer you. And a lot of women are willing to do like, see, I know. And I was talking about this. I was talking about this a couple of weeks ago, like a couple of shows ago, rather, how I almost have an attitude as soon as I walk into one of these government buildings. Like you bitches are all the ops. Every single one of you niggas is the ops. So anything you tell me I'm supposed to do, I gotta do. I'm gonna question you. I'm gonna question that shit. I'm probably not even gonna do that shit when I leave here, honestly. Like the whole idea that you just somehow read a book and you got a training session and now you know what's best for me in my situation, bitch, the fuck out of my face. And then not for nothing, especially after like, and this is really maybe unfortunate or maybe it just is what it is, but after all these years of doing all this content and I be sitting in this office and it's this black overweight bitch trying to tell me what the fuck I need to be doing.
Motherfucker just supposed to take and accept whatever the fuck you say because I'm a black woman. Bitch, shut up. The fuck out of here.
Bro. Like that should be making me feel some type of way. I ain't even gonna lie. So like I get how it could be a woman alone and she just like, okay, that's what I'm supposed to do. Okay. And nah, son, I'll fight you niggas.
Yo,
You have no idea how right you are. I just want
so
to be the
right.
first to say that.
So right now, you right. Look, that right there is gonna save a lot of lives. Y'all don't understand what y'all here doing. Y'all just saved a lot of lives with that rhetoric, the talking, everything. For real. Especially the part where you say they're the ops, although every single last one of them. You just can't trust them. They look and American man, look. That's some diabolical stuff you just told me right there. They coerce her while she in her most vulnerable position. And they hate you for being there in the most prized position that any man would want to. Watch the birth of his child naturally. These motherfuckers are sick.
Yeah, bro. Listen, bro. It's diabolical. I'll tell you guys. Go look up what a epidural does to the woman's body. It's counterintuitive to what she's being asked to do, which is push a child out. But let's not go down that road. You guys can look that up. That's how they get a lot of C-sections.
Interesting. And further work, I could hear the mamba sauce coming out this dude in the videos throat. It looked like if the cameras wasn't there, they was gonna F him up. I mean, like Rodney King type of level way that he's basically ranting and raving. even though he's like only like 125 pounds, soaking wet. Yeah, I see why Trump said we need to go ahead and bring in the animal control, National Guard into DC. Hopefully he brings it into my city. We
You faded out for a second there. You got it, Dave. You got it, Dave. What's up, Dave?
To a lot, and I'm trying to word this the right way. I think the conclusion, like if this is rolled out nationally, what's going to happen?
Dave, you know, Kill Dave is still in effect. Every day is Kill Dave season. I know you didn't say anything, but I wanted to say that before you said anything. But now that we got that out the way, you got.
And this ain't even Dave.
What's going on, brother?
This Dave, brother, Trent the Fifth, Trent the Third.
You can get it too, Dave. I'm just saying, bro.
Trent,
whatever.
Trent the Third, whatever.
Listen, we will put you in Dave's hole.
Let me tell you something. This is all I want to tell you. I was trying to be diplomatic, man. Look, if this is rolled out nationally, the crime rate is going to go up. And the reason being is if you focus on the people doing roughly 28%, max 31% of the violent crime and put all the resources towards that, then the other, I don't want to say who does the majority, like 7 out of 10 of
you talking about Negroes.
Crime. I don't want to say it, but
Negroes
you have less pressure on that other side, which is just going to run wild. And we're already closing in on like damn near 100,000 deaths from the fentanyl meth war. So you could do what you want to do, but this is just based on the per capita to avoid the fact that 7 out of 10 of all the violent crime ain't black. That's all I wanted to say.
The majority of violent crime. No. 7 out of 10 of the violent crime, especially in a place like DC. 7 out of 10 is the black. That's what you kind of can't get.
Yeah.
Like if you're walking around in Washington, D.C., you're not going to get robbed by a young white teenager desperate for money.
No, I was saying if you roll this out across the nation. But then my last question is...
Well, if you go to Chicago, Dave, are you more likely to get robbed by a young white desperate kid or a young black desperate kid?
That's supposed to be Trent the Third, right,
no,
Trent?
But what I was saying is...
No, whatever, Trent. Listen, like I said, Dave's hole is for you. But either way, that's the question on the table.
This is only one last question. Can somebody name a Republican big city in America?
There are none.
What's the point of saying that? No. I want the conclusion of that.
I need an example. Like
no. But what's the conclusion of saying that?
And I'm
for whatever reason. Hold on, Dave.
Example of this great policies and stuff.
Well,
so
no,
I can move that and have a great time.
Dave, for whatever reason, it's just a phenomenon of American life. Major cities are almost always Democratic. They're blue leaning. So you'll have a state that's technically red, but the population in that one or two major cities will outweigh the actual red counties, and it turns into a red state by default.
And
blue state. I'm sorry, blue state by default.
And all the Negroes live in them so-called high density populated areas. Yeah.
Okay,
so,
but
the actual sort of congregation of black people into one or two major city urban areas is what turns that place blue politically.
Yeah.
But my question is, if there's no Republican in a major city, why is that relevant and important? Why do you have to live in a major city? Because you're black, or because you like what the major city offers?
What the major cities offers is my field, that's what I am. You know what I'm saying? But that's
major.
Hold on, look. All the niggas is that because that's where it's lit at. That's
no.
Exactly.
No. Exactly. There's a logic to this though. Major cities offer more social benefits. Therefore, more black people want to live close. I'm not talking about you personally. I'm just saying more black people want to live closer to the actual social benefits like welfare, like a bus system. All kind of free things happen when you live closer to an actual urban center. And so black folk choose that on purpose. Whereas a lot of white folk, by nature and just by, I don't know, desire to get away from niggas, they don't choose that.
Yeah, because that's why you don't see major black populations in right to work states.
But
Right? They have right to
we're
work
at
states.
most like 31% of violent crimes. Like when you look at the homicides, it's like 28%. Like I'm not understanding like this other 70%.
Go to Jackson, Mississippi then.
Right. And violent crime has a direct correlation to
Go to
poverty.
East St. Louis.
No, violent crime doesn't have a correlation to poverty.
Hold on.
Black violent crime does.
Pause for a minute. Excuse us, Jen. I know we have a panel up here. Excuse us. And Sir Tice, the link is in the chat if you want to come up. But just for a quick second, Dave, you and I, when you say violent crime, are you attempting to say that the majority of violent crime in this country is carried out by America's white population?
Yes, and to a lesser degree, but it's pretty much damn near tied. Well, I guess it's a lesser degree, but
so tied with whom?
No, I was about to mention Hispanics because there's three major populations.
All right, so let's break it down.
Right, from what I can gather, the worst, because I'm looking for the max so that I can fulfill whatever conservative range there is. From what I can see, from the worst is that blacks are doing like 30%. And that's like when they do the summary table and say all violent crime, the highest I've seen is like 31%. And then when
31%.
When I get to looking at the homicides, assaults, and all that other type of stuff, it's hovering around 27% for blacks, right?
27. So hold on. So 31 and 27. Right. So when it comes to broadly speaking violent crimes, 31%. When it comes to actual bodies, roughly 27, which isn't that far from 31. But okay. So we agreed on that.
Which is double the population percentage that we have.
Which is double. So how does that work for white people and their population percentage?
Well, what I'm saying
no, don't say that. What's the parity between white people's population percentage and their crime percentage, their violent crime percentage?
I would say from what I'm looking at, because I did the population stats, like if I added German American, we're all basically around 13%. So the Germans are at 15.
No. I asked you about white people broadly.
Yeah. I'm coming up. I'm explaining.
Is it 13% for white people?
No, I'm explaining.
What are you saying then?
Oh God, you asked
No,
me
because I don't want you to go off on your tangent. I'm going to be like this until we get a consistent, logical line of answering out here.
I'm explaining the denominator on
what's this German thing? I asked you what is white people's parity with their actual crime percentage by violent crime. So what's the violent crime rate for white people?
Okay, I'm adding it up for you, the denominator, because it's.
I just want the sum. I don't want the process.
Oh, it's
Give me
about
the sum.
1.5, I would say.
1.5 what? What do you mean?
1.3.
What is the 1.3? What is that number referencing?
The denominator is the percentage of total population, and so I was adding up.
Whoa! What are you even saying right now?
How we get to how we get to per capita?
No. Nobody said nothing about per capita. I asked you what is white people's population size and what is their percentage of violent crime ranking?
That's a per capita.
I know that, but what I'm asking you is to answer those particular questions.
I just said it was about 1.3.
1.3 is not the answer to those questions. All right, I'm done. Anybody else want to jump in this?
Yes, nigga.
Yeah. So
what?
So hold on. Before you move on, let me just get to this.
I said what I had to say. Y'all have a good one.
So if we're gonna do that, then let's take out. If we're gonna say black people, then let's take out. Then now we have to separate the percentage of crime from Black Americans, from Africans, to Caribbeans. Now we have to start chopping that up. If we're going to do that with white people, then we have to start chopping it up. But here's the thing, Hood. Good job, buddy. Good job. Because he tried to do that as soon as you walked him down, he got up out of here. So good job.
What about me? I mentioned two of the black city, and I was about to go to the whitest white cities, and I was gonna do the same thing, but I'm gonna leave it alone.
Well, no. Here's the thing that I'm saying though is that Hood walked him down, and he understood what trap he was walking into, right? Why would you get such high numbers for whites? Because you have a higher number of whites. Now, here's the part that I think no one understood. If blacks are committing, let's just say 26% of the crimes, right? And they're only 13%, that means that they're doubling. That means that their crimes are double the amount of blacks that there are. That in and of itself is problematic.
Right.
That's
Yeah,
right.
and
And that's
Hood was walking him down because the argument he was basically going to make is the same argument that they make when women abuse children.
Yep.
They say, oh, well, more women abuse more children because they have custody more. So you having custody doesn't mean that you should be abusing a child. The problem is that you're abusing a child. Don't say that, oh, they commit more crime because there's more of them. If they weren't criminals, it shouldn't matter how many of them there were.
Hey, if we're gonna do the per capita thing,
yeah, but no
black,
one disagrees with you, right?
No,
You shouldn't
I'm
be
not
committing the
I'm not saying
crimes.
that. Right.
by
And what I
that
was going to
standard,
ask was, what's the definition of violent crime? Because if you notice, when they categorize violent crime committed by black people,
I'm back. I didn't run away. I just thought that y'all didn't want to actually talk about the numbers.
Hold on, Dave. Don't interrupt. You back,
go
Dave,
ahead.
but don't interrupt, please. Let him finish his thought. Facts, you got it.
you just couldn't resist, huh? You just couldn't resist.
Of course not. The question I was going to ask is, what's your definition of a violent crime? Because when we're talking, because this is what the media does. When they're talking about black people, they categorize violent crime differently than they do when they're talking about white people committing violent crime.
But never mind. Hold on. Never mind the media. When you actually go to the stats, they have it broken down per crime,
Right.
per race.
Yep.
They have it broken down.
Yeah. If you want the link, I can give you the most full data set is from 2019, and then the one that doesn't break it down is like the 2019 one has like 20 different categories, but the 2025 it just lists the major violent types. You know, it doesn't get to
Dave. My issue with the position you're taking. Give me a second, please. My issue with the position you're taking, Dave, is that you're attempting to argue for whatever reason, I don't know why, that somehow white violent crime is more of a pressing issue than black violent crime.
You honed it down.
Is that not what you're attempting to argue, Dave?
Yes.
Yeah, that's why we have an issue. You can expound if you like. Go ahead.
Because and this is the main reason. Because the Fenty meth war is way more violent and deadly in what's going on in America than anything. Donald Trump even said that when he was coming in. He was like, this is the #1 issue for America, you know, outside of his immigration and everything like that. But it just got thrown on the bottom of the list. And I'm saying like, yo, I get what you're saying with the inner city, but that's just the concentration of black people. When I was questioning, I was like, okay, let me see what's going on. So I had to research numbers. And so I'm like, okay, this is where the per capita thing is. But when we look on this as an aggregate, you're basically telling me forget about the 7 of 10 and focus in on the 3. And I'm like, okay, if you do,
Dave,
all I'm saying is if you do that, you can do that, and crime for black people are going to go down. But you're going to overcommit resources just to the area where black people are, and you know the drugs going to get sold. Junkies need they work, rain, sleet, or snow. So it's just going to move to another different race. And in 4 years, you're going to look at and try to pretend like 80% doesn't matter.
Can I ask a question?
Hold on, everybody. I know, but respectfully, let's hold on for just a second, because Dave is absolutely equivalent.
That was a good.
I don't know how it
impersonation.
I don't know how it equivalates, but this is Dave, and I'm not ready to, I'm not ready to put Dave in the hole yet. We're not killing Dave just yet. He's being cool. Sir Tyler.
So let me ask.
Hold on.
So let me ask Dave.
Hold on, everybody. I know. Let's not do that with Dave.
Shocking. I know this is a shocking.
It's a black hole. Got panelists. I promise you, it's a black hole. Let's not. We're already caught in the gravitational pull. We're gonna not for a moment. Just for a moment. I want to open up this Pandora's box with a new guest. We got Sir Tice on the panel. Haven't talked to Tice in a while, by the way, so I'm kind of curious as to what Tice is going to have. So wherever Tice is going, we're going to go with Tice for a minute. So hold on, whatever you want to.
Chicago nigga, I'm a Chicago. Can I at least keep the pistol outside of his head, right near the hole, just in case?
You can do that. The Chicago niggas. Everybody has a place in the ecosystem. Sir Tice, you got the floor, bro. What's going on, man?
Hey, good evening. Can you guys hear me fine?
You're good, bro.
Okay, yeah. Okay, salute. I'm gonna do this in 5 minutes. Mr. Hood Server.
That's a long time,
man. Mr. O. Yeah.
I know, right? Go ahead, Tice.
No. I'm just because I just got to my destination. So, I can't remember your name, if it was Dave or
it's Trent the third.
Trent. Okay, Trent. Sir Tice. In the back chat, I posted the FBI crime statistics, and Hood, if you'd like to post that, you're free to. But here's the problem. Here's the problem. Black people are less than 13% of the population. When you bring it down to men, we're less than 10% of the population. Yet commit half the murders nationally. Okay. Now, every one of these statistics, and there's the proof right there. All right. I don't know if Hood's posting it or not, but let me just take a gander at it. Every violent crime metric, homicide, strong arm robbery, things like that, we are double of what, or basically triple of what our population is. Okay. So if you look at the graph, it'll obviously many white people are going to do more because it's more of them, but it's more, think of it like this. If you have an extra large pizza and 3 slices go, it's going to have less of an impact than if you have a small pizza and you take those same, what's the equivalent of three slices. Does that make sense? In a sense that crime really affects us because it's less of us. And then 90% of the time, it's against one another. All right? So when you said also that you are exactly right that people are still going to get their drugs. But the difference is that the violent crimes amongst Black people, again, are done towards Black people. This is why that DC was what's happening in DC is necessary. Washington by population isn't even in Washington DC, pardon me, isn't even in the top 10 of cities with Black populations. Yet it has more murders per capita than many. It's basically top 3. And the fact that it's the government city, you can't have that. So I'm sure I'm trying to rush to get off or what have you, but does that clarify things? And like I said, I posted in the back chat the whole table.
It's on the screen right now. It's okay. A lot of information, but one of the tables is on the screen.
Oh yeah, that's it. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
So look at. Okay, so when you look at that distribution, look at the deletions or bang bangs.
Right.
When you look at that. I'm not looking at the screen, by the way.
Well, listen, it says, Tice,
right.
Dave, be quiet for a second, please. Tice, because you're not looking, we're looking at a particular table that says arrest for 18 and over, and it has a race breakdown, and it has a percent distribution breakdown as well. So these are rough numbers out of a total percent distribution. So total down. White 69%, Black or African American 26%, and this is just an arrest 18 and over.
And
now, there are more tables.
We real bad with the pew pew. We real bad with the pew pew.
Let me say
they
this real
just
quick.
Going crazy with the arson, the grape.
Right. right?
Um,
No. We going crazy with the grapes too, unfortunately.
no,
If you zoom,
no,
if
it
you
says
zoom,
otherwise, sir.
no. I'm saying when you
It
look,
says there's
sir,
70%.
stop looking
You
at it
gave
from a
us the
total.
chart.
Come on, if I
Dave,
can
please,
tell you the
one at a
chart,
time. One at a time. Tice, hold on. Let's keep our even tone here for a second. Dave, patience, please. Tice, you got the floor for a second.
zoom in more to the right or to the left side. Pardon me. Now, what I'm saying is that, like,
I can't go
zooming.
left or right, really.
Okay, no, I'm saying, but if you zoom, like, are you on your computer or you're just on the phone?
I'm on my laptop. Yeah, okay, I can
so
zoom
just
in a little bit.
okay, so yeah, do a Control plus. You just keep doing. Hold down your Control and hit the plus key, and it'll
Where
zoom
exactly am I zooming into? Because I can make
Okay,
the screen
on the
bigger or
left side.
smaller.
Where it says
So on the
grape,
left,
69.
Dave, quiet, please. I don't want to drop you. Just bear with us for a second, Dave.
Okay.
Shut the fuck up.
Of course, they're going to have more grapes totality-wise. They are more than 10 times our population. But the fact that Black people have half the amount of grapes as they do, what's reported or arrested, is utterly ridiculous when you're under 10% of the population, of the total population, that is. That's what I'm trying
flame
to
up
say.
real quick. This is about to sound deep. Can I flame up? I'm gonna flame up. Go ahead.
Go right
Land you
ahead,
playing,
Mr. O.
Tyson.
No,
Are you
my
finished?
plane,
Land you
here's,
playing, and then O gonna get it, and then Dave is gonna
okay.
get his rebuttal.
Okay, great. Okay, my plan is very simple. When you are lesser of a group but are committing violent crimes at half the level of the biggest group, that impacts things completely, even more. In other words, if you extrapolated that to us being their size, there would damn near be no citizens in the United States. And I'm being hyperbolic, but I'm just trying to say lesser people are committing more of the violent crimes. Okay, now when you look at the percentage, they're looking at the percentages based on the totality of the population. I'm saying you look at it like, again, since most of these are men that's doing it, 7% of the people are committing half of the total rapes. I'm sorry, grapes. You get what I'm saying. And yes, when you do have a concentrated problem, you do have to bring in all forces there. Now, I don't think the same solution that's going to affect DC can be applied to other cities. But we all know DC is 95% Black. Well, at least 80% now. My bad. But that's still.
But Sir Tice, you got to understand, Sir Tice.
Mr. O, I'm landing my plane and I pass it off to you. No, I landed the plane. I'm passing it off to you now. Go ahead and explain and tell me if I'm wrong.
No, you ain't wrong. I was gonna say, like, with the thing called Black though. See, we got really go ahead and divvy it. Like, it has been a crazy number of tethers that has been part of the Black class ever since like the 1980s. So when we talk about said crimes, yeah, I believe that, like, violent crimes, it might be an FBA problem, might be a tether problem, but I honestly believe that the so-called graping is more of a tether problem than an FBA problem. Not saying the FBA don't do that type of behavior, but I think we're we can jumble in with the other variation of Blacks that's among us. I just want to throw that in there. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people won't get confused.
You know, as much as I've been kind of team Captain America, I don't know if that particular thing is necessarily worth breaking down on the numbers, even if it was possible, because it's really difficult. But I would say this, though. I don't know that the numbers are far enough apart to make it a big deal. Because, like, we're talking about, like, just Black America in and of itself. Like, we may be not as crazy or you know, extra as some of the foreign Blacks, but you know, we do a lot. We do a lot.
I'm not saying that we don't. It's just that when we back in the day before we all went crazy, a lot of FBA crimes was kind of like really not that flagrant. Yeah, of course you had some sloppy dudes out here and there, but a lot of times it was mostly organized till about like late 80s, early 90s. That's when everybody wanted to do this gangster sloppy. I want to be known for what I do type of crime bullshit.
Well, you know what they do have a stat for. It's not tracked on this particular chart, but they do have a stat that shows who most of these violent criminals are raised by.
That's
true. So let me jump in here, right? Since because I thought Dave was going to jump in. The question I want.
My turn.
It is on Dave, but Dave's being patient. You got it real quick. Please don't take forever. American man, you take the floor, and Dave got it.
So the question I want to ask Dave is, why is it that we can't address Black issues in our home without saying, but let's open the door and look at the white man in his home? That is what I find kind of ironic, is that every time we say, wait, let's clean our home, there are these Blacks that deem themselves to be the educated class that says, no, let's go look into the white man's home. Why is that? That seems weak to me. Take care of your home. Go ahead, Dave. Go ahead.
No, wait. Can I answer that for you, please? Please. I love my answer, and I'm sure you're gonna like it too. I'll tell you why that is. You know why they can't have a conversation without involving the white man? Because when most Black people close their eyes and pray, they see a white man.
Can't debate you on that.
Okay.
I mean, the white man is their God, but go ahead.
I already explained the whole theory of it all, so you got that one.
I just want things evenly applied. Like if we're saying, because not we're saying, what I'm hearing is that the source of all crime is in the Black community. But when we pull up the Fed stats,
not all, the majority.
Yeah, but I'm like, what is the threshold? Let me give this example. This is the easiest way to understand, because this is why I always bring up, like, hey, the per capita is kind of weird when you look at it from a societal level.
You're saying per capita is weird?
Here's all I'm saying. This all I'm saying. If let's just say African Americans were at 5%, and we were at 15% of all crime, would you still say that? Because that's three times the level. Would you still say that? Oh man, focusing in on that 5% is going to put the dent in the crime where
yes. Do you not understand how awful, as a people, how awful do you have to be if you're 5% of a population, but you represent 15% of the crime? Do you know why gypsies are hated in Europe?
He's right. He's right. That's a great example. Real quick, one thing. I want to be clear about something, Trent. We're not top 5. We don't commit all the embezzlements. We don't commit all the forgeries. Now, I do think that those scamming numbers are going to be
just the really awful crimes like rapes and murders that everybody thinks is disgusting.
But if you bring up that stat sheet again, we're 50-50 with the worst, the homicide. But
that makes us bad, though.
I don't think you get it.
That makes us horrible.
So
hold on.
Can I try
but I'm looking at everything else.
Can I try an example? Okay, can I try an example?
I'm looking at it on the aggregate.
No.
Dave and Tice got it for a second.
Can you pull up the chart again?
No.
Let me just say it.
No. Battle with your wits.
Okay, because I got the chart up, so I can battle.
Okay, so you will have it. Okay, I'm just going to explain in a very simple way. I'm not looking, bro. You listen. Just listen for a second.
Wait a second, Dave. You'll get it back. Dave. Wait a second.
Okay, what I'm saying, think of it like this: if we're in a school how many school sports are there? Like 5 to 10? You know, I'm talking about when you count basketball, football, baseball, tennis, gymnastics, and all that. If the basketball team, which is less than 12 people, well, let's just call it 15, commits all of the crimes of all the schools, of all, and let's just hypothetically say the basketball team's all black, not being stereotypical. You
No,
got
can we
200.
say 7 is black and 8 is
Whoa, please, no interruptions.
No.
I know people want to talk. Please, no interruptions for a second.
No,
Let them have it.
It's all good. Mr. Gold, my man, or whatever. You know, but no. They commit all the crimes of the totality of all the members of the other 9 sports. Guess which sports you're going to focus on? Just take a wild guess. That's what we're saying. And you're looking at it, well, the person on the tennis team stole something. Yeah, but the basketball team is beating up people and all of that. That's what I'm saying. It's a small subset of a group that's committing more than half of the issues. That's why you would target the basketball team. I'll yield the floor.
Dave, response.
It's Trent's hood.
Trent, response. What's going on? Are you there? Mic check. All of a sudden, he busy.
Oh man, I was talking, but I was on mute. Okay.
All right, yeah, I'll mute you.
Looking at the table that was used as the reference. Yes, in this one line, we are 50-50 with the rest of everybody else, right? We got to work on that. Don't get me wrong. We got to work on that. And we got to work on the robbery. But
hold on. How much work do we have to do?
We got to work on it, man.
A lot of work? Do we have to do more work than the white people?
On those 2 issues, yeah.
On which 2 issues in particular?
The pew-pew and the robbery. That's what I'm looking at.
So when it comes to black people, are you more or less likely to be robbed or pew-pewed by a black person or a white person?
Black person. If I'm a black person.
So Dave, what is it that you're fighting with us against?
The rate goes up.
So you accept that you're more likely to be pew-pewed by a black person than a white person. What is it your problem now?
No, what I'm saying is you asked the question in the very beginning, which was actually the heart of this, is you're saying that you have a problem with only focusing on black people. And I said yes. And so I'm answering that same thing again, because I came on and said this statement and went everybody crazy. I said, if you focus in on black people, what you're going to have is a more dramatic increase in white crime because you're diverting all.
Why would you assume? Why would you assume that white people would just resort? Hold on, Dave. I'm gonna cut you off. Why would you assume that white people would automatically just raise up to black people levels of crime?
Because
somebody got to do it.
Crime fills the void.
No, why do you think crime fills the void? What do you think it is?
Oh my God!
Oh, that's crazy. No. Hey, at the most.
Never mind.
Like a roster spot. No, wait, hold on. At most those levels.
But okay, we're
Dave, you got 30 seconds. I can't hold these niggas back. That was so dumb. It's impossible to hold them back for long. 30 seconds, Dave.
Right. We're gonna worry about. We're gonna. Never mind. I will be able to game theory this in 2 years.
Hey, at the most. Hey. At the most,
the stats are going to come out, and we'll just analyze it versus the.
Yeah, but at the most, Dave, what would happen?
You got it, bro.
Hey, what would happen at the most, right? Would be whatever crime levels that you have. If they did go up, they wouldn't go up substantially. They would stay about where they are right now, unless you started doing something differently or how you're collecting the data. Like if you police the areas differently or whatever, maybe that would change things.
Gonna jump no matter what, dog.
No. But
get it where they usually get it. Guess what? Crime travels the void, bro. And what you're saying is
but you're talking about pew pew.
7 out of 10 violent crime. Don't worry about that.
No, but you're talking about pew pew. Hey,
you're talking about violent crime like it's a living, breathing entity that just does its own thing.
It's got to be.
It
Listen,
is.
It's got
Like,
it's
how
got to
long
be
you didn't? How long you didn't heard people saying I put a bag on their head,
Stop
bro?
it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
Go over that bag.
So here's what your analogy is saying, or using that hoop analogy earlier. So you get rid of the basketball players that's doing all the graping. Guess what? It's a roster spot that needs to be replaced for another rapist, and these white
Exactly.
people are
That's
come
what I'm
come
saying.
in and fill
That's
the void.
exactly what I'm
You're-
saying.
Right. Well, you're wrong.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So white people.
We're gonna have a
I'm
draft.
saying if you
Right.
look and say that, all right, the basketball team is doing 3 out of 10 of them, right? And we just say, all right, we just gonna make sure the basketball team don't do
It's
nothing.
a roster replacement.
But you
right?
think that the 7 out of 10 gonna look and say like, ooh, there's less police presence around and all this other shit. I think we need to just slow down.
Wait. Hold on. I got one.
Dave, that's why we're bringing in the Mexicans so we can get more crime for less money.
Hey, Hood, I man, like you read my mind, man. So does this same theory game out when we talk about the immigration deal?
Explain.
Okay, so we like, well, I say we, but right now this current administration or whatever, right? They've delegitimized like a lot of the routes of the immigration, and we've seen the numbers drop precipitously.
Correct.
I like that word. We've seen the numbers drop like crazy. But I'm like, wouldn't this be the same thing that would happen with crime? I mean, hell, Stop and Frisk did in New York, right?
Ooh, he is smart colored.
No,
see, black folk don't like to. Hold on. Before you go, Dave. Before you go. Black folk don't like to acknowledge this one basic statistical reality. Crime in America is overwhelmingly a black and brown phenomenon. If you remove black and browns from America, broadly speaking, crime drops down to like almost negligible numbers.
Oh, if you remove the cities from the crime numbers,
who the fuck lives in the cities, bro? I'm already there with you, nigga. I know.
Put the chart back up.
No, nigga, this is the image we're working with. This is you trying to lift up the per capita knowledge.
I quit, man.
Don't quit. I need you to understand per capita.
I just don't get how you don't understand.
Hey,
that
but
overall,
it's even worse though.
Categories, but you don't want to put it up. But I'm
but he can put up the chart all he wants, right? So like whenever people are talking like this, you know what I'm saying? Like we look at the broad numbers, right? It's even worse than whatever Hood was saying, right? So if men are 5% of the population, right? Only like 2% of that, like less than 2% of that, right? But we're using nice round numbers, are the ones committing all the issues. It's the Pareto principle within the Pareto principle, the 80-20 rule.
Everybody, if everybody else are men, that's kind of like a negligible factor.
What are you talking about? If everybody else is men? No, I'm saying
hold on. I got a question.
13%.
I have a question. Maybe this is a non sequitur, but I just want to ask, Dave. You work with numbers for a living, don't you?
No, I do other things. You know what I'm saying?
What do you do? Well, let me not get into that. I thought you worked with numbers for a living. Maybe I was wrong.
Right now, I'm just an esquire. You know,
a lawyer. You're like a lawyer or a paralegal. What is an esquire?
It's a fancy term for high power paperwork.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I don't want to overshoot my estimation, so I was wrong. Shout out to Carmen with the $9.99 super chat. I gotta read a couple chats real quick. We're gonna get right back to this. Carmen with the $9.99 super chat. US. Thank you for supporting the show. Thank you for supporting America. By the way, we still are a nationalist show over here, even though we be having niggas like Dave. We let Dave live because we're charitable in our nationalism.
A title of
he's an aspiring esquire.
Also a young nobleman in training.
Okay, so I got another question.
Oh, he's an esquire of the Black Nation. Hold on. Wait a second, Dave. And then we geek boys with the $2 super chat. Extra dimensional vag energy. I think that was about you, Dave. Extra dimensional vag. That's like some Star Trek shit. I don't even know if I've even heard of extra dimensional vag before, but yeah. That's the thing. That's the thing. Thank y'all for smashing that super chat button. Give us a second. We'll be right back at it, y'all.
Hulk! Smash! angry. You not like Hulk angry. Hulk no like fighting girls.
I want to say one thing before I
got
kick it
one
back to
question.
y'all. I know you got it, Dave, but I'm going to say one thing. It's getting late. We're going to wrap this up in about 15 minutes. Thank you guys so much for supporting the show. Dave, you got it.
So what if Asians was 2% of the population and did like 6% of the crime? That's 300% of crime.
We would be
index.
racist against Asians. We would be racist against
And you
Asians.
would forget about the other 94% of crime going on.
No, but what you do is you focus on the
We would be
on the big
racist
problem.
against Asians, bro.
Yeah, you focus on the big problem where the numbers are or whatever, and you make a dent there, and then you start moving along. That's what you do. Like anything, right? If you were gonna eat an elephant, you wouldn't try to swallow the damn thing. You have to eat it a bite at a time.
Yeah. And so you're saying that the best thing to do, so if Asians were 2% of the population and committed 6% of the crime, which is 300% crime index, you're saying that the majority of the resources should go towards the to trying to stop the Asians.
No, I would say the majority. No, I wouldn't say the percentage. I would say the majority is where you hit it first. Where you can do the most damage, if you will, for lack of a better word. Right.
Let me come in.
Okay, so what percentage do you consider the tipping point? Okay, I'm just gonna go up a scale. So you're saying no. So what if Asians were 5% and then they were 15% of the crime?
It doesn't matter.
Should be pointed at the Asians.
Is retarded, man.
Right. It doesn't matter what race, Hispanic, whatever you selectively choose. What you're not considering is Washington, D.C. has an extreme high volume of crime, one specific place, and it's done by one particular demographic. Now, when we extrapolate that nationally, which is how you're trying to create your analogy, but it doesn't work.
That's what Hood asked me in the beginning.
No, but my point, hold it. That's another thing, real quick. When you said something to the effect of the basketball players will be replaced by other criminals, this is exactly why Duke, for example, in basketball recruits the type of players it recruits. In other words, I'm using a basketball analogy to try to help it out, but I'm clearly failing with it. My point is that everybody who you're going to have replaced, everyone who you're going to replace things with doesn't have a criminal mindset. What is your problem in understanding this? This is a cultural problem.
Hitting, man? It sounds like you breaking your own stuff, man. That's not a good thing.
I'm not.
No, he's not.
Oh.
Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath.
Yeah. I'm gonna take another swing.
No, okay. So here's one of the problems, right? One of the reasons why, and it's not even black.
I've been drinking heavily way before Dave even got here, so I am totally zen right now.
It's not even like a black thing. It's just a criminality thing, right? So Washington D.C. is supposed to be like one of the crown jewels of the United States. It's unsafe. It's been unsafe for a long time. Pews and carjackings, to the point where you got minors doing it now because they know they ain't gonna get in trouble.
It's a rite of passage.
It damn near is. Well, you got girls now are the ones that are doing these heinous acts.
There's a reason why you can't live around well-to-do blacks. This is the reason why this is the reason why middle class and upper class neighborhoods got shot to shit. Yep. Because they're afraid of the separation. Yep. They want to continue to drag along the dredges of society. This is why I don't live among upper class blacks. I live among upper class whites. I'm safe in my neighborhood and I love it. I don't want to live in a neighborhood with Dave. You know why? Because Dave is going to drag the dregs of society into my neighborhood that I fought to get away from. It can't work for me.
You would be safer as the poorest black person. You would be safer as the poorest black person in a neighborhood full of whites than you would be as the wealthiest black person in a neighborhood full of blacks.
Just like Uncle Ruckus.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
Hey, and you know what's crazy? What's that one? Hey, Freeman's Journal, help me out. That one incident that happened at the Juneteenth, like what, last year, where the mother got pewed.
Oh yeah, it was two mothers at a
Yep.
Juneteenth celebration were gunned down by a Pookie.
Yeah, like it was in a very well-to-do neighborhood.
Yeah, Round Rock, nice middle class area.
Oh, you know
Maynard,
what? I
the
got
hood.
something to add to that.
And see, and here's the other thing: when you're talking about why, listen, man, they remember what I said, Hood, about black has no meaning without white. Because every time you talk about black crime, someone's gonna pipe up. Well, what about the white man? They mean nothing without the
You
white.
just
Their
handed me the
existence is
FBI
that.
table with it broken out by
Right.
white and
I didn't.
black.
I didn't.
You know
I didn't
what?
have anything. I didn't have anything. So
The
let me
FBI
finish
table
this.
doesn't have videos of shootouts.
And
You
you
don't get
see who
nearly
was
as
triggered
many
by
of
that.
these videos.
Notice who was triggered by that.
Right.
No.
Like you don't see nearly as many white people caught on film doing this type of shit. The last time you saw this many white people in a shootout, it was like an actual biker gang in Texas. It was like the Hells Angels and what's like the Spanish biker gang or whatever.
Florida highway.
Right, like that's when you and those are like literal 1% we ride or die criminal life niggas, right? These are just like regular black folk chilling.
Or when they go into churches or schools, or
even that's a
government
1%
business
situation.
or
That don't
Walmart.
happen. That don't happen like this. These niggas just niggas having a wild shit. And you know what this is? This is a stop the violence party, bro.
Goddamn. The
crazy,
earthquake and the mass shooting in the same day.
This is a stop the violence party, bro.
Good one.
You are not safe at a stop the violence party. Niggas bring violence to the stop. Niggas brought guns because they know that you need to bring guns to be around niggas when they're celebrating being anti-violent.
Hell, there was like one of those major shootings at a TSU homecoming event this past
Right here, right. That was earthquake right there in the mass shooting.
But my wife
Hey,
showed me
Dave.
this, and I was like, I said, babe, look, this is out of stop the violence thing. I was like, look, I've been reading the
We
headlines.
don't have
about
confirmation that's even FBA right there.
peace activists.
Hey,
murder,
Dave. Hey, Dave.
right?
FBA, look, rewind that, man.
That's the
Rewind
Negro
that.
Empire. Shut up, Dave. This is the Negro Empire.
Put in doubt. Now,
These are citizens.
Yeah, but
These are citizens of the Negro Empire.
So what the hell those titles mean? What the hell does those titles mean if it's a flat black man?
That mean they not American black did.
Okay, so American black people don't pew pew.
Come back.
Hey,
Come back.
American black people don't
hey
pew pew.
Dave, would you be caught at that event? Hey, Dave, would you go to that event, Dave?
Yeah, Dave.
Hold on, freeze frame right here.
No. Let him answer the question. Dave, would you go to that event?
Hold on, man. Can I point out some inconsistencies in this?
No. Answer the question.
No,
Dave, would you go to that event, Dave? Look at this event
What black
full
man
of people.
wearing pants
Oh my God!
like that and a
Man,
hat
hey,
like
Hood,
that?
Hood. If you
Come
don't answer,
on, man. Come on, dog.
Like that.
make him answer.
You-
Would you go?
Not near black person out there. Look at what he wearing.
Dave, would you go to that event, sir?
A SpongeBob backpack with a fishing fatigue hat.
And we're supposed to listen.
Dave.
We're supposed to listen.
Now he might be a tether from New York. I don't want to call
Dave,
out.
would you go to that event,
I
Dave?
don't want to call out New York.
Dave, would you go to that event, Dave? Dave, would you go to that event?
You know, East Coast.
You know why he's avoiding this, right, guys?
Yeah.
You don't want to answer.
And this is the reason why I would never live around Dave. This is the reason why.
Hey, American man, you know what's funny? If I see a flyer for certain types of events, you know what I do? I laugh, I shrug my shoulder, and I roll out.
Yeah.
Because you know what? You know what I expect from certain events? Some BS like this.
Yep.
And you know what Cass used to. You know what Cass used to say to me all the time? Oh, you missed it. I was like, what I miss? Oh, they was shooting. Be like, what do you mean I missed it?
Right.
I didn't want to be by it. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't want to be by it. Why would I miss a shootout? Like who?
I didn't miss it. It missed me.
Okay, so he blasting through his window.
Dave, would you go to that event, Dave?
Nah, why would I go to that event?
Okay, you see that?
That's your
Exactly.
people. That's your people.
Why wouldn't you go,
Ain't
Dave?
my people. I'm trying to tell you, ain't my people. My people ain't
How
wearing what
come?
you wear. Look at this guy up top, circling up right there, up. With the backpack. Now look at that backpack. He got a SpongeBob backpack.
So Southside Chicago is all Nigerians.
And
Southside Chicago is all Nigerians.
Hey, we know the answer, Freeman.
Why we being
Southside Chicago is all Nigerians, then, huh?
He ain't even roll his
Hey,
window
hold
down.
on. Are you trying to tell us, Dave?
This look
Are you
like
telling us this is
non-FBI
African gang war?
This
Is this African gang war, Dave?
This nigga is a clown.
Dave, is this African gang war? Is that what you're telling us?
No. FBAs and ADOs don't do no pew pew.
Yeah.
They don't do no pew
Hold
pew.
on. Dave said it's African gang war.
And we're being blamed for this as I look at more and more
Salute
into
the Pan-Africanism.
Wait, hold on. So you ain't never had an FBA or ADOS type person with one of those Free My Ninjas t-shirts?
To further explain my suspicions, when you look at all of this, none of these cars got rims on it.
And see,
When
this
have
is
you
why.
ever seen a
Oh,
Bush
wow.
ride?
This is exactly why.
It ain't no
you
rims
can't-
on nothing
This
there.
is exactly why you cannot talk to this
car.
class.
This is
They
not
want to
us.
make jokes. They want to make jokes about people who died. This is exactly why you cannot talk to
Dude
these
ain't even.
niggas.
Who does that?
This is what I mean.
You
This
ain't
is
even
what I
roll
mean.
down the window. This
This
ain't
is
us.
exactly what I mean.
Wait, Dave.
And this is
Hey, who putting rims on what was that? What is that little cheap Hyundai?
Nigga, that's a Kia Ultima.
Man, who putting rims on that, man? Come on.
Hey, did you see dude just fall trying to run across the street when everything was over?
All right. Everybody, give me a second, real quick. All right, we got a new guest on the panel. We got Fresh Fish up here. I don't think I've even heard of you before. Who is Vegetarian Terrarium? What's that? What's your name, bro?
I went by Is What It Is before. I just changed my name. I've been bouncing back.
Okay. All right. What's going on?
Nah, man. Like, I never tell you to get rid of Dave because a different perspective is always great. But Dave, have you ever?
We haven't killed Dave. We just threatened him.
I'll speak for Dave.
I know. No, it ain't nothing against
we
Dave.
ain't killed Dave. We threatened him. We ain't hurting Dave. Dave, he know how to
Ain't nothing
survive.
against
Dave is a
Dave.
survivor. Dave is like the apocalyptic cockroach, bro. Dave will be here after all of us are gone.
Yeah, but no one likes cockroaches.
I respect Dave. Dave is the
bro.
only one from the ops that will come over here. Dave is the only one that will come over here and try to logically explain what's going on the screen.
Yeah, but I'll never understand. Like, no, I only got
And-
one question to ask, bro.
and
I only
make
got
a
one
joke
question to
about it.
ask. Have you ever been robbed
Hold
by
on, let
somebody
me
that looked
ask.
like you?
Huh?
Have you ever been robbed by somebody that looked like you?
He's low key. Dave is low key.
Hey,
Have you ever been robbed?
Hey, you know what that sigh is?
Yeah, don't punk out now, nigga.
Hey, every one of us over here has an origin story that involves somebody that looks like this video.
Have you ever switched up your game, like how you talk to women, because of what you knew what your environment looked like?
You want me on that wall. You need me on that wall.
So it depends. You know what I'm saying?
Yes or no?
To a degree, but I never let go.
How you get robbed to a degree?
You said game.
What degree of robbery happened
I
to
said
you?
no. I ain't been robbed.
Like, did he almost rob you and let you go because he thought you was broke?
You know what I'm saying?
So why did you take a deep sigh breath? What was that about? What story? What memory triggered you? And you was like,
don't worry about the side. Try to figure.
You almost got robbed. Some niggas almost got you, but you got away by the grace of God.
Hood. Have you ever had a bitch stick a nigga on you?
Huh?
Because you ain't do what she wanted? Like, have you ever turned a bitch down in a way and then she sticked a nigga on you?
Oh, the old Minister Society
not
shit.
quite. I've had a bitch sick a nigga on me, but for completely different reasons.
Man, my ex almost got her nigga killed doing that shit.
Yeah, when I was younger,
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
didn't
Same outcome, ironically, though. Same exact outcome. Niggas about to die behind me. Stop playing with me.
hey, Hood.
Exactly. Like, why, Dave? Why do you pretend as if?
This your last question about my personal life. You know, this is 3 in a row.
Hey, motherfucker,
Yeah, let's
I
not
ain't
be
about to ask
extra
your personal life
personal.
no
But
more. I'm just saying.
that wasn't no real personal
Why
questions,
would
bro.
you
Let's not be
pretend
personal.
as if something doesn't need to be fixed in your community when all
What are you
because
saying?
white
Why is
people
you
have
worried about
problems?
my community?
Pardon me?
Why is you worried about my community?
Nigga, I'm part of your community.
You from Chicago?
Nigga, I'm from America.
This is what we're talking about, man. We're talking in general. We're talking in general the whole time.
Puerto Rico, Chicago.
Okay,
So wait,
okay.
you
So
trying to act
wait.
if I'm from Cleveland, that means I ain't from your community.
I don't think we could take New York. Probably never mind.
No, I'm from Cleveland. Like, I'll always be in Chicago.
You know,
I got people
Yeah,
in
that's
Chicago.
driving distance, bro. You can catch a bus to Chicago from Cleveland.
Hey, let's go to Chicago real quick. Didn't that big TUGG dude? Didn't he just get shot in a neighborhood?
Bro, that shit was wild.
They allegedly loved him.
No, this is the
It
thing,
was
man. Like
it's the West Side.
somebody who's fucking up is Dave's cousin, bro.
That's
That
real
shit was wild, man.
Real shit.
Family, man.
That was a wild ass video.
Hood. Let me ask you this.
News too.
Hood.
Horrible.
Hood. Have
Yeah,
you?
yeah,
what was it? The Chicago. What was that? Chicago. It was a coalition of brothers who were probably like 40 plus.
Detroit.
Yeah, nah,
Detroit
you're right. It
300?
was Detroit. It was Detroit.
Yeah.
Would you be
As soon
okay
as you
with
said
that?
coalition, I knew it. Chicago
like-
niggas don't coalition for some reason.
Yeah, like, would y'all be okay with some men doing some shit like that in your community? Because I'm not part of your community, I guess.
I mean,
I don't want my white neighbors seeing all bunch of niggas in fucking orange and yellow suits like the Hebrew Israelites and purple shit.
I was
or
about to
even
say
niggas
that.
in
That's the only
suits
ones that
walking
But I'm
did
saying,
it.
like,
Hell
how many little kids and elderly women and elderly men got to get shot before you say, "Hey, it's a problem," and not say, "But white people do it too."
Man, I got
Hold
on.
on. I said we're gonna wrap this up in a minute. We stretching it out. We're in overtime now, so we're gonna shut this down in a second. But I gotta say this because we gotta keep this last part of the conversation alive. Black folk only come together for the sake of white people. You know, this was brought up earlier in the stream when I talked about the idea of like black masculinity. We don't see ourselves as struggling against the great cosmic gods. We see ourselves as struggling against white supremacy, which is basically some nigga, some white guy, not some nigga, some fucking white guy, a dude.
That's a god.
We see our cosmic struggle is literally some fucking dude. And it's terrible, but that's really the problem. We only come together in the face of white people. And so the idea that we would come together for any other constructive reason is almost alien.
Yeah, I mean,
soon, Britt. Soon you're gonna drop "we" from your lexicon. Once you drop "we" from your lexicon, it's free.
I only have one question. Is that the same feeling you have?
I am what I am. I don't like to hate myself anymore.
When it comes to white women.
What about white women? When did we even bring white women up?
I'm just asking. That was a big
How did we go from "we" to white women?
It's so funny.
Hyperbole.
I haven't even touched a white woman in like decades, and then niggas be bringing up white women. Like I'm not. I am only intellectually attracted to white women.
That's where you losing, Hood. We did the intervention, bro.
I am theoretically attracted to white women. I do not go out of my way for white
Bruh,
girls.
I know,
brothers. We gotta get you out the Idaho.
I know brothers who love to finesse black women and date white women, and then love to tell me to my face how great black women are.
Bro,
and I didn't think that existed until I saw it.
Yeah, it's like a Boondocks episode, man.
It's a bunch of brothers playing. It's a bunch of brothers playing both sides and playing games.
Man,
like
the thought of even touching a black woman now makes me want to vomit. Like honestly, the thought
I
of
wouldn't
seeing
go
her
that
skin
far.
against the
I ain't
thought
gonna
of
say
seeing
that
her
all day.
I wouldn't
skin
go that
against
far.
mine like makes me want to vomit. Like honestly, last weekend at my crib. Hold up, y'all. The last weekend at my crib in Honduras. Like after about 5 days, something hit me. I was like,
My
why do
castle
I
in
feel
Calabasas.
why do I feel so great here? And I realized, oh shit, I haven't seen a nigga in like 5 days.
Man.
Like the feeling that came across me.
Y'all listen, y'all keep bringing up white women. I'm gonna say this. My ideal romantic situation right now is a Latina woman, is an average looking Latina woman whose legal situation is kind of iffy. That is my ideal relationship
bitches be built
scenario
like
right
fridges.
now.
Hell
later,
yeah.
though.
Call ICE on that bitch at any moment.
You know they be built like
You
fridges
gonna have to
afterwards, bro.
You gonna
How
have to
long
put
do you tell you ride, nigga?
I don't even need a lot, bro. I'm not even asking for a lot. I'm just saying ICE could come at any moment and we gotta work this out.
So you just want your house clean? And I respect that. You want your house clean, your dishes washed, and your clothes washed.
Bro,
And
I already
protected.
got three. Listen, I already got 3 black kids with a black woman. I have did my part for the team, and you
Bro, I
don't need
refuse
nothing
to do
else,
my part
bro.
for the team. No
I did.
kids. No
I
kids.
did my part, but thank God none of my kids like black folks. I'm like, thank God, man. I got Splash Brother grandkids. It's like none of them will go with a black person. I'm happy. But Hood, bro,
Listen,
the
I'm
Latino, my
low key
man.
raising my son to look at y'all bitches crazy anyway. But anyway, that's another story.
Yeah, Hood, bro. I'm telling you, you got man. You gotta get your passport, bro. Just roll with me, dog.
Bruh, the
Man,
people around my age, man,
got
I
my
thought to
passport.
myself, maybe, but I'm like, damn, bro, you lying in front of black women just for the sake to lie. Like, we in a room with black women in it, but you want to act like they are all great. And I'm barely around these chicks.
Hey, you know who just proved this? I just seen the video like 10 minutes ago. I sent it to Hood on Twitter.
These guys
Or
have intelligent.
Jamie Foxx.
Nothing about the girl.
oh, he
Jamie
with his
Foxx.
snow bunny over in like Ibiza, ain't
No,
he?
let him talk about that Jamie Foxx shit.
I'm
'Cause
like
I remember
Jamie Foxx.
seeing
Did you hear about
Jamie
the
Foxx.
changes in the laws for the
Dave,
green
with all due respect, shut up and let him talk about that Jamie Foxx shit.
Hey, Jamie Foxx was out with a car full of white women right after grandstand about how he's been cured and he ain't never doing nothing with white women again.
Bro, they got you seen the photos? It was like a week ago, bro. Him and his like 19-year-old freaking white chicken, like in Europe.
That's right. That's right.
No, but I think he was in LA in this one though recently.
We got
But it
to
was
make
like
Jonathan
it was
proud.
like 4 or 5. It was 4 or 5 white women, man, in a some Rolls Royce SUV.
Hey,
Bro, they gotta say what they gotta say to get the paycheck, man. They gotta get the paycheck.
That's right.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Even the women who not gonna get the paycheck gonna try to help the other women get the paycheck. And
No, I'm talking about Jamie got to get the paycheck. He being paid, bro.
Jamie.
He got to say what he got to say about the strag. Man, we ain't getting paid by nobody. I ain't got to lie. I ain't got to lie to kick it and say, yeah, you know,
I've
at the
never
end of the
paid
day,
Jamie.
at the end of the day, you know, black queen, fuck that shit. Fuck, I don't even care. I'm thank God
Why
my
didn't
daughters don't
Jamie
like
end
black
up with
men.
Fancy?
All I did
Because
was
she a
talk to some
strag.
white women
Garcelle
one time.
Bouveau is with who? Who is Garcelle Bouveau's children by?
She's
Bro, it
divorced
don't
from
matter.
that white man.
A Bob
She's
Shell
divorced
bread.
from him.
And it's Bouvet. It's Bouvet.
I'm
Garcelle.
gonna tell y'all what, man. I'm gonna tell y'all what, man. When you got, and I'm a victim of this too. When you like that, oh, I like her
I'm
because
sorry for
that's
calling you
incest.
Sister O too.
That's incest, bro. Oh, I like her because she black like my mama. That's incest.
Over the black woman.
Yo, that's crazy. Anytime I hear somebody say that garbage too, man, I'll be like, I am not romantically interested in those close knit relationships from the women in my family. That's not who I'm looking for. Whenever I'm like looking for a romantic partner.
But
That's
the
a crazy
ironic
thing to
part
break up.
behind that is that they like you look at your family in a lens of you care. And then afterwards you realize how much your family doesn't care about your outcomes.
Nope.
That's an irony of like the modern predicament, especially for black men. Whereas technically you want motherly qualities in the woman that you actually love enough to have children with, right? And so
No, you don't. You want that bitch to suck
let
dick and
me
make a family.
finish my
fucking
point.
lying.
Nigga,
Yes, you
let me
do.
finish my point. Because you want the other thing too. I'm not saying you don't want that, Trey, but you want motherly qualities, right? Because if all she is a eater, imagine trying to raise a family with a chick who's only a eater. Like that's
A lot of
crazy.
niggas have been
That's
trying to do
fucking
that.
crazy.
Hold on. No. Let me respond to Hood.
Hold on. Don't
Let me
cut me off.
respond to
Don't
Hood.
cut me off because it's not the
Okay,
point
he
for you to
done.
respond just yet. All I'm saying is motherly qualities are kind of the thing you do. it might not register to you consciously, and that's maybe a fault of us as young men, because as young men we're stupid, but motherly qualities do resonate in the long run. And so when you have that sort of soft feminine nature, it does translate to motherly qualities, and that shit does matter in the long run. So I'm not saying you're wrong for wanting an eater, but I mean, you need to not be an eater all the time. You need to be something else too, and an eater.
The qualities you're talking about, though, you want. Hold on. You want those qualities. Hold on. When you enforce, Dave, hold on. You want those qualities in that woman when you die. That's what you're with. When you die and you perish, you expect a woman to at least carry what you had on, at least to 75%.
Oh, that's not.
Well, that means way before I die, but yeah, that's the cumulative point of it all, right?
Yeah, but that's what you want to happen. And the thing is, it's like Dave and I don't even want to be that nigga, but for real, you be that nigga too much when you pull up. Like, bruh,
Man,
you have
leave Dave
cavernous
alone.
badge energy.
Dave's special, man. Dave, my nigga. Leave Dave
You
alone,
have
man,
multi-dimensional vaginal energy, nigga.
No, man. Dave cool, man. Let me
No,
respond to
real
Hood.
shit.
Let me respond to Hood before we.
Like niggas auntie.
Hold on.
One at a time. One at a time. Dave, you'll come next. Trey, you wanted the floor. Yeah, you was trying to respond.
Yeah. I want to respond to Hood. But you know, Dave, let me hold up, Dave. You know I got you back, Dave. But I want to respond to Hood,
eating
bro.
box and shit like this.
Hold up, Dave. See,
Dave first.
Going,
Dave first.
You can't get him going, man.
That's the question I have.
Calm down. Everybody take a moment. Trey, you were trying to say something.
Yeah. Hood, man, I would have agreed with you, bro, maybe like 30 years ago when I was 20. But 50-year-old me, who has been through the ringer way more than all y'all put together.
You 50?
I will say, yeah, I'm 50. I will say this. Fuck all that motherly shit in a woman. Fuck all that motherly shit in a woman. You want a bitch that's so into you, she will fucking let you pee on her, shit on her, whatever. She don't give a fuck. She gonna do whatever the fuck you say, because that's the only way. That's the only way you're gonna get motherly qualities out of her. If that bitch will fucking hide the body for you.
Wait a minute.
If she won't hide the body for you, hold on real quick. If she won't hide the body for you, she ain't going. She gonna be a fucked up mom.
Trey,
I will tell you.
Trey using gangster logic. He using criminal logic, which I don't necessarily disagree with.
Okay, but
I don't necessarily disagree with you, but that's a different type of logic.
No, but here's the thing, bro. If like you want motherly, I'm telling you, you want motherly. Here's the thing: when motherly happens, a motherly chick will lull you to sleep, and all of a sudden you're gonna take your chauvin off her neck, and then what happens? Then she gonna flip the script on you, and then you gotta deal with the same old bullshit that all of us done been through and shit. Now we over here living reinvented lives and shit.
So are you just thoroughly red or black pill?
No, bro, I'm far from freaking black pill, man. I've been black pill long. Man, I'm 50, nigga.
I'm more like
I'm happy you up.
Like
nigga,
that's
I'm
my
50.
plan. He's saying
I'm too nice.
50.
I'm
50. I'm 50, and I got 2 Latinas that will fucking slit your throat with a snap of a finger. So I've been like, nah, nigga, I done seen this shit. I've been lived that life. Fuck
Do your
that
girl
fucking
say
motherly
did my
shit.
go-go?
Trey,
bro,
you win.
Fuck that motherly shit.
Did my go-go.
Yeah. I think
Hey, you also in a different spot though too. So if you had some young kids, you probably like you said, 30 years ago, you'd be like, yeah, maybe.
Nah, well, talking back in my old self, I wish I had went this route then. If I went this route then, man, I'd be freaking would fucking run around here with tape money and shit, but fucking around trying to do all that, be a good father to a good woman. Oh, let me make you motherly and baby, let me do this. No, fuck that shit.
On some real shit at a younger age, niggas would. We thought you was tweaking, but no, like I'm happy that y'all exist. Like I never knew the like most of the people in my life that I'm related to, they were so soft on their own situations that they never told the truth about them until it got so bad that they had to move in with my mama.
and I don't live there.
Let me jump in. Can you guys hear me now? I just had a mic issue.
Yeah.
Let me jump in. So it looks like SKC is home from his outing with the boys.
Salute to the panel, SKC.
So I watched my Astros get thrashed 7-0 and come home. The missus said you had an interesting show. It wasn't really all that spectacular as my shows go, but there were some moments. There were definitely some moments. You and the wife should talk. You should definitely talk. Pour a drink and have a conversation with the young lady, the missus, you know. And here's the thing. This is the one point I think you should probably hold the line on, and everything else is up in the air. But what happens in Dexter's laboratory stays in Dexter's laboratory. Other than that, SKC, you and your wife really need to talk, bro. I mean, there are things you should discuss with the lady of the house, man. I'm telling you. Sometimes you just get caught lacking, and there's nothing you can do about it, bro.
He says you got caught lacking.
And please don't let Mrs. SKC listen to that MBD asshole dude. No, cut my parts out.
No, listen, even in a happy, stable, loving marriage, sometimes you get caught lacking, bro. It is what it is. As men, that is our burden. Like our entire lives, one eye open. It is what it is. You know, I'm in love. I'm stupid in love, and I can't see my way out of this. Still, one eye open. That's the only way to survive it. How do you do love with one eye open? Because you're a man. That's how.
What's his lack rate?
But it's not logically sound. Like you can't do love with one eye open. Love is supposed to be blind, bro.
Nope. That's some shit girls tell you. You gotta love with one eye open.
No,
bro.
that's some shit that richer niggas than you tell you.
Yeah,
I'm just saying that is the discipline, bro. Yeah, I love you, but you know, one eye open. I'm still open this car door and kick you out the whip. You know, I just want you to know that the car door can open at any moment. That's just, you know, love with one eye open, bro.
You're not gonna even slow the car down before you open the door?
No, that's a how much do I love you type question.
You know, hey, Hood, look up that Tyree scene from Fast and Furious 2 and add it to your joint. Ejectocito, cuz.
Hey, Spy Game. Brad Pitt at the Brandenburg Gate. Spy Game. Robert Redford told him, if it come down to you and the asset.
No, my favorite spy thing is actually Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie. What was the name of that movie?
Mr. and Mrs.
Smith.
Yeah, bro. They had real, like, that was, she was on some "I'ma steal your husband" type of shit, because that was the movie that stole her from for Jennifer Aniston. Hey. If you don't know Hollywood lore, Jennifer Aniston was with Brad Pitt right up until that movie, and then they did Mr. and Mrs. Smith, and the chemistry between them two on that movie was it came through.
Angelina Jolie has fuller lips
this day. Yeah, well, it's not even just that. Like, I would always take Jolena Oli over Jennifer Aniston. Crazy and everything.
Hell no.
I don't give a shit if she got a Ouija board in her backpack.
But Jennifer Aniston will cheat.
I would take Angelina right now.
Hey,
but Hood, here's the problem. Angelina Jolie never looked at Brad Pitt the way she looked at Billy Bob Thornton.
She made them adopt guy kids and turn kids against them out of women.
Yeah, but how many women
but
are
she
willing
sucked Brad Pitt in is the point I'm making. She knew the right moves.
How many women are willing to wear like, you know, the other person's blood around their neck? You know what I'm saying?
Right. Hey, bro, that's that alpha widow shit, bro. Not every nigga can be Billy Bob. Like, are you a Billy Bob? I don't think so.
But what is Billy Bob really like? Billy Bob.
Nobody on this panel is a Billy Bob. You don't even know what it's like to be a Billy Bob.
No, because I don't know about Billy Bob. We don't even get news reports about Billy Bob most of the time. We hear more about Usher before we hear about Billy Bob.
Is all I'm saying, bro. She was crazy for Billy Bob, and then she took what's the name's man, and now she got weird kids with Brad Pitt. I mean, honestly, Angelina Jolie, she's a Hollywood bitch, but still, that movie with Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Who is Billy Bob with?
Billy Bob Thornton, I think he's doing that oil show right now. I forget the name of it. Somebody told me that.
I didn't say what show. I said
who's he with? Who knows? Who knows?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like,
doesn't matter, right?
Yeah, whoever
he is white boy Pookie.
Like, yeah, but he real quiet though. Whatever he's doing, man.
Billy Bob is quiet
That's
as
that's
hell,
how
but
you
he
gotta
getting
move.
it in. Listen, I just
That's how you
retweeted
gotta
that out
move.
earlier, bro. They get it in the trailer park. Billy Bob is
Hey,
doing all right. Don't worry about Billy Bob. He's all right.
man, I gotta be Pookie now.
White
All right, I'm
Pookie
out
be
of here,
doing
y'all.
his
Y'all be
thing.
safe.
Pookie
Yeah,
get all the
we gotta
benefits,
wrap this
bro.
up. We've been having too much fun, and it's getting late. I got stuff. I got actual errands to run in the morning. I'm probably not gonna do a show tomorrow morning, so we'll see how tomorrow goes. I got things to
Better
do
do
the next
one in the
couple of days.
afternoon, bro.
I'm trying, but I got things to do, so we'll see. Listen. I'm gonna give you guys some actual real lore. I gotta drive my daughter to college like Monday, so
Hey,
this is like a big day for me coming up. So I gotta like prep and all this. I got things I gotta do, but yeah, my oldest daughter is going off to college, and I need to drive her up there and all that. So it's gonna be a moment.
Aww.
I know, right? It's gonna be a moment, bro. I'm having like emotional traumas and shit early.
what do you mean early, nigga? It was coming. She about to be
No,
18.
she's already 18.
It
It's
was
not
supposed to
that.
come.
It's not that, but it's like she's off into the world officially, and then it's gonna be me and her in this long drive up till like her college or whatever. And all right, so as a father, I wonder, SKC, I don't know if SKC has girls, but as a dad, and shout out to the Coon family for all their support tonight. I appreciate you guys. I assume nothing was broken that can't be fixed really easily. So shout out to all you guys' support tonight. But that being said, I don't know if you guys have daughters or anything like that, but as a father of a daughter, and I actually have two daughters, by the way, but as a father of a girl, there's a particular conversation that I've been building up in my mind and in my soul for the last 18 years. And it's happening. We're almost there. Like, because we're having this long car ride. It's going to be at least 2 hours of just me and you. And so like the conversation is going to happen, and I'm not going to be like overbearing or nothing about it, but there are particular things I want to bring up to my daughter. In particular, I'm sharing with you all this right now. We're being extra uber personal, and I rarely get personal on this chat. I mean on this show, but the idea that young white girls have this phenomenon of hitting college graduation and sharing a wedding ring. There's photos. For a couple of years now, I've seen like almost viral videos of young white girls in their graduation cap and gown flashing an engagement ring. And I accept that things are relatively different in Black America versus white America. So things are different for white girls than it is for Black girls. Fine. That being said, I want to have that type of conversation with my daughter on her way to college, right? Because she's on a medical track right now. She's an aspiring young doctor. I can't express to you the pride and joy that I have. And I don't even like to talk to you guys about that shit because that's not for you people, but it's for me. And that's the truth. And my daughter is on her way to being a doctor. And that being said, I want to stress to her, overall, as a woman, as much as you want to be a doctor right now, it might matter to you just as much when you're a lot older that you had a family, that you had children along the way, and maybe you were a doctor too.
Hey Hood, let me give you some advice, bro. Remember, I got 3 grown daughters, and my oldest daughter's a biochemical engineer. And where did that end up at? On a stripper pole. That's where she ended up, as a biochemical engineer. And
you're breaking my heart, Trey. You're breaking my fucking heart.
No.
Damn,
But
man. Cancel
and
Christmas.
I'll tell you this. And now, hey, guess what?
How old is she?
Hey, now she's in church. Now she's in church 3 days. She's in church 3 days a week now. Total trad wife now.
You 50 plus, right?
What's that?
Okay.
You said you 50 plus.
No, I'm 50. But here's the thing, Hood, is that first thing you got to do, bro, you got to remove the black shit from her lexicon. And you got to like guide her to the right white girls to hang around with. And, from all the feminist stuff, call her daddy and all that stuff you see going on now, bro, it's going to be a tough job, but you're going to have to guide them in the right direction. You know what I'm saying? Just my warning.
You know,
having
it's
gone through
weird.
this
Like
3 times.
my daughter is obviously bright because she's on the medical track and all that, and I always knew she was like intelligent enough to do things like this. But she's willful as me. I can see the quiet will in her. And she's more like me than my son and my daughter that follow her, because she's the oldest, and that first shot is the strong shot, right? And so like she's very much like me, but she's a girl version of me, and so we'll see what happens. But I gotta nudge her in the right direction. Is really the only real practical choice I can make, because her life is her life, and she's gonna do whatever she's gonna do. But she's so much like me that I don't worry in the same way that like I think she's gonna wind up somewhere crazy. But I want her to think about being a wife as much as I want her to think about being a doctor.
Yeah, you just gotta guide her, man. And I'll tell you, bro, soft nudges, and like be there as much as you can. As much as you can, pop up at that school. Don't try to control or nothing. Just be dad. Hey, let's go sit down. Let's have a meal at Waffle House, and let's just talk. And just let her talk.
Hold on, but that sounds great. But Hood, let me ask you this. Like I mean, just like that older child thing, like a lot of people worry less about us. Like the crazy part is like you don't realize that sometimes we get put in the position of being expected to be cleanup men or women, or like the way out for other people.
Saviors.
You talking about the oldest? You talking about the oldest?
Being the oldest
I
sibling.
mean, you may not be wrong, but it's the penalty of leader. It's the penalty of leadership. Like there are some rules and burdens. There are some rules and burdens that we take as people that are almost cosmic. Like it has nothing to do with you. It just happened.
That shit fucking sucks. And I'll be real with you, man. You watch your siblings being retards, and then you gotta come back to like take care of things that they claim they did, and then you realize that they never did. It's wild, man. Like, I'm not saying put pressure on her at all, but I'm saying like she's probably about to take a walk where she's probably going to think to herself, maybe I could be selfish right now.
Well, I mean, you might think that, and we're not going to litigate all this whole thing right here, right now. But
maybe
I just resolved to give her. I resolved to give her good advice and give her a little bit of money when she needs it, and that's the best I can do right now.
I respect
and I'll tell you,
I'm a man. It's different. Like, and our lives are completely different. I don't expect you to look at it the same way.
Other piece of advice, bro, get that Uber account where you can shoot her that Uber at 2:00 in the morning, but she hanging out with the party girls and needs a ride home. Put her on your Uber account.
Oh yeah, I already got that. I got a Lyft and Uber and all that shit. That's easy. That's like I said, I'm gonna give her advice and I'm gonna give her some money when she needs it. So when things come up, hopefully she can work her problems out without calling me at 3:00 in the morning. But just in case, it is what it is.
That's my name.
That being said,
gender, man.
Well, no, I mean, listen, it's weird having a daughter, and my daughter is a good girl. She didn't have like boy problems. She's not out in the street or nothing. Like, obviously, she's like solid. She got a scholarship and all. It's so crazy. Like, bro, I am not a scholarship nigga, but I raised a scholarship daughter, and next two coming up behind her are not far off the mark either. And so, like, I can't believe we got this. And as much as like I got tension with my baby mom and all of that shit, between the two of us, we worked out some decent children. So, in another life, I'll forgive that bitch for all the evil she's done. But she did right. She did right by my children, so that's why I'm in a forgiving mood. But the thing is, I'm learning to get over things, right? This is me learning to get over things. Like I'm getting too old. And
it's different to hear from a perspective of a man who did it differently than my father, and my father got married.
Listen, my pop had 5. I think there's 4 of us. There's 4 or 5 of us. I'm bad at math right now because I've been drinking. But there's like 4 or 5 of us, like 4 or 5 dudes plus a chick that we never actually found. So my pop was like the Rolling Stone from that song. Papa was a Rolling Stone. My pop was like that, right? But here's the weird thing about my pop. Out of all the boys that my pop had, for some reason, my pop spent a lot of energy on me in particular. Because the other situations were just a little bit different. Like he had other women after me, but for a lot of different reasons, me and my pop every summer, like a lot of breaks, we were there. And so
Your mama different.
No, my mom is just, some bullshit like a lot of other chicks. It was just a different situation. I don't know. My pop just, for whatever
that
reason,
white supremacist of color in you, bro. He felt it.
Nah, your mama.
I don't know.
No,
Yeah, maybe
your daddy
liking
saw
me.
something different in your mama.
I don't know.
No, it's something different in the son. Because if he's spending time with him, he actually liked his son.
I don't know. I don't know. I can't speak to whether it was me or my mom because that could be either way. So I don't know, and I really don't. But either way, the point I'm trying to make is that the impression he left on me, that shit, I swear to God, ever since my pops died, I think about him and my children almost every day, and that shit is just like a motivation to just keep pushing it going.
R.I.P. Hood Senior.
I'm talking too much. Anyway, I gotta get out of here. I'm getting drunk and emotional. I don't need to do that with you niggas. We're gonna wrap this one up. You guys have a great night. We'll be back tomorrow, stone sober and way less emotional. And we're gonna.
A Truism is live right now, y'all. A True is live right now.
Less emotional, but not less sober.
Yeah, that is right.
Somebody drop Truism link in the chat. If you got Truism link, Trey, somebody drop Truism link in the chat.
Hey, Hood, just a heads up, man. It's funny. Jason Black is talking about the trad cons fighting over the ring stuff.
Yeah, I got content for days, bro. Is Gen X actually becoming more conservative? Because not Gen X, that's not the right term. Is Gen Z becoming more conservative?
What is the difference? Where is between generations? What is the difference between millennials to Gen A or Gen Z or whatever? Like, what is the time frame?
The content I was thinking about doing was actually about Gen Z women in particular, because there is a low-key trad wife movement. And I know e-girls are not to be trusted and trad wife e-girls are not to be trusted double. But
what is the time frame between generations?
I don't know. 20
is it
20
15 years?
Roughly. It's about 20 years, roughly speaking, per
Like
generation.
it's like from what, like late I want to say late.
I thought boomers and millennials were like, is it boomers then millennials?
No, Gen X is in between.
No.
Boomers, Gen X,
millennials, and millennials.
Right, but
so
no, I think
Gen X is what?
1996, Gen Z from 1997 to 20.
I was born in 91.
I
So
think it's like 20 to 30 years at least between
it's 30?
a generation demarcation, but I think it's
millennial.
about
people
a 20
around
year
your
gap.
age. Hold on. So people around your age.
We're old millennials. Well, Trey's not.
Yeah, like
okay. Wait. So old millennials are how old?
I think I'm 43, and I'm not even sure if I'm a millennial.
You are
82 and up. 82 and up is millennial.
Right.
82 to what?
And listen, my birthday is is December of 1981. So I'm literally on the cusp of between a millennial and a zillennial or whatever the next thing is.
You're a zillennial, what they call y'all. No, I mean an ex-zennial, whatever they call y'all.
So wait, at 91, I'm a zillennial?
No, you're
you're millennial.
Okay.
You're one of the millennials.
You're one of the younger millennials. You're one of the younger millennials.
You part of the fucked up generation of millennials that are fucking all the shit up.
Yeah, of course.
Aren't we all relatively fucked up though? I don't even like to pick on people. Like
I ain't taking it that way. I just want to know where the numbers are.
Well, you know about us mid-Gen Xers, man, who came up in the crack era.
So, right, like how can you come up with
older cousins in the crack era?
Not fucked up. Like stop.
He was born in the late 70s.
Hey, Hood, they watch the Cosby Show, man.
Yeah, the Cosby Show. Those is rich niggas.
My
giving
oldest cousin
names
was
to be
born
on
in
that show.
my
I thought
oldest
it was
cousin was
real.
born
We
in the
have family
70s.
matters, nigga. We have family matters.
Mr.
we
O,
just
can you start a live stream so I can ask you a question? Or whoever else,
Yeah.
honestly. Like,
Somebody else fired up because
No, just go on truisms.
Yeah, True said he live next. Somebody dropped Truism's link. I just said that a second ago. Somebody have Truism's link? True.
He over there talking about
Trey, you
tracks
mentioned
anyway.
it. You should have his link.
No,
put
I'm
it
on
in
the
the
phone,
studio
bro.
chat. I'll pull up because I want to ask
get
questions.
over there. I can't drop anything right now. I'm
All
just
right,
came back
well,
from Waffle House and shit. Being all
I
ghetto
guess
and shit.
that's a wrap.
Hey, look, there it goes right there, Hood. My bad for stepping on you. Like, but Trey, he got a little bit in him, man. Like he still got a little bit in him, man. Going to Waffle House. I see you,
bro.
Right.
Man,
What type of
I'm in North Carolina with nothing else to do right now, man. On the road in a hotel. Fuck yeah,
what
go
type
to
of
Waffle House,
white
man.
North Carolina.
black man eats at a Waffle House at 11:39 p.m.? It is on the cusp of Negro hour.
Bro, ain't even strapped to nothing walking up in that bitch.
See, you get a little bit Caucasian.
He got too comfortable, man. He said North Carolina. I should be safe.
This
No.
is white people levels of comfort, Trey.
But here's the thing, bro. I don't know what for whatever it is. I got that Matrix shit about me where I still look like I'll kill a nigga. And that was the craziest thing, man. You know, Gary Lamb. That's why Gary Lamb couldn't hang with me anymore because his wife said, I ain't worried about these angry Viking niggas, but that nigga Trey, that nigga a killer. Stay the fuck away from him.
Do y'all have active channels or
I haven't
what?
heard from Gary in a while. That nigga moved out of Jersey. He moved out west somewhere. I actually don't think I'm sub to him no more, but I haven't heard from him in a while. I should look him up, see what he up to.
Yeah, man, I ain't that dude anymore, but I guess I still look like him. My daughter said, you know, Mrs. MBD, she said, look, I guess fuck it. I can walk in Waffle House.
All right.
In the middle
Hey,
of
Hood, before you disappear, I just need you to do one thing. Can you try to pull up with Jap and Angry Man one time? Like on Fatty channel.
I chopped it up with Angry Man loosely, I think on Izzy's, because him and Izzy are cool and all. So I chopped it up with Angry Man a little bit on Izzy's. But Jap, I never really made it to Jap. Jap don't do a lot of appearances like that. You don't catch Jap really on the.
don't trust y'all.
No, I know he don't. But I swear, like, if I could catch 3 of y'all on one, y'all could shut the whole thing down.
Yeah, I don't have no ideological like strife with an Angry Man or nothing like that.
No, I didn't say that. I'm saying
let
that
me
because you're kind of cognitively linked.
Right, like that's what I'm saying. Like me and Angry Man probably wouldn't get have no major disagreements at all. I just don't really overlap with him in terms of circle and social.
But you need to, because there needs to be more than 3 of y'all in a room.
Nah, man. Like it's a gulag over here, man. Like everybody needs to do their own thing. You know what I'm saying? If it happens, it happens like naturally, but you can't force that kind of stuff.
You're right. You're right. But
we used to be on the
gulag. No, but this is the only thing. It's just like, go ahead.
I know we keep stretching this way past overtime. I'm about to just end this shit suddenly and real abruptly.
Nah,
but tonight, Fatty had a super panel. Angry Man was there. Andrew Wilson was there. And those were just the major names, because beyond that, it was like Fatty's kind of like circle of people. Oh, no. Tommy Sotomayor was there as well. Like he had major hitters.
Pearl pulled up.
And so Pearl was there. And so my point was that it's possible to have occasionally panels with like the major hitters there, but all the major hitters have their own crew. They have their own circle. So they can have a panel among themselves and it works that way, but like
when the lanes let you in,
have all the major hitters together. Like for whatever Fatty did tonight was epic. And I didn't even watch all of it. I watched some of it. But yeah, listen, Fatty pulled off a fucking internet YouTube coup tonight by having all these
fucked
names
up by actually letting Fantastic in, and that was a surprise.
I don't even know why Fatty took my wrench. I used to be wrenched up on Fatty channel. I don't know what I did to Fatty, but anyway.
I was listening before Pearl dipped out.
Much of the truth.
But he was over there still acting like a gay European chimp, though.
Yeah,
exactly.
Fatty used to simp a whole lot more until he actually started having way more conversations with these women.
Hey
Yeah,
man.
you know, he got the hoes over there, donating Cash App, so he got to act different and shit. Super chats. But yeah, that nigga don't like me.
Maybe that's what it was. Yeah, he had to learn up close and personal. I just did the math on a handful of encounters, and
But don't
I
talk shit about that nigga though.
I don't really got a beef with Fatty or anybody. None of the people I mentioned. It's not like a beef thing, but like it. I realized that I'm willing to engage and be friendly with everybody, but I understand that when it comes to certain classes of people, like women are a class of people.
But why you stopping niggas from telling the truth if you ain't getting no pussy anyway?
Well, here's the thing about Fatty, man. Fatty came through.
Hold on. Chill out. I'm saying, when you ain't fucking a whole bunch of bitches anyway.
Well, what does that have to do with anything? What does that have to do with anything?
You gotta let me finish. One second. Just 1 second.
Finish your point.
I'm not down to him. I'm not down to him. Because I'm not even like the greatest nigga in the world. It's just I can go fuck a whole bunch of bitches. I just can't lock them in all the time.
But like we don't know that about him. Like he's in Europe too. It's a much different standard.
Yeah, that's why I called Fatty out. I live in Europe.
Yeah, but you don't know if the nigga trick or not. You don't know nothing about him.
No. He can pull hoes over there.
I don't know nothing, right?
How do you know?
I called him out. I called him out for the grip. I lived in Europe for 4 years, bro. I called him out for fucking grifting off of niggas, American niggas.
Are you 250 pounds plus?
You ain't got, bro. Man, I was fat when I was over there and I was pulling the hose. But I'm dark skinned, so it was kind of easy. But the thing is this, man. Why are you a fat European black nigga over here in American FBA issues if you ain't grifted? And I called him out on it. He got all big mad at me. But I'm like, bro, I mean, do your thing, but it's still a grift. You ain't got no business over here in our issues. This is American shit.
He's making money off of it. He's making money off of struggle. You know what I'm saying?
It is what it is. The business is the business, and I'm with you, Ray. I'm not trying to jump at Fatty like he did something crazy wrong. We all in the same business. We are at different levels and different corners of it. That being said, though, we're gonna wrap this one up. I've been teasing an end to the stream all night, and we are finally at the end. All you niggas got to go home. You know the saying, you ain't got to go home, but you got to get the hell out of here, all right?
I'm mad as hell that I ain't get to go home to be here.
I'm all talked out.
I put up at her house.
I'm done. I'm all talked out. You niggas got to find something else to do with yourselves tonight. I heard Truism is live right now. Somebody posted Truism's links.
Mr. O, put up.
That being said, you guys go to somebody else's house and wipe your muddy feet on their couches. We done, man. I'm over you niggas.
Be safe, boy.
I'll catch y'all later, man. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight, man. Y'all have a good night. The show is done. Hit y'all tomorrow. Have a good night. Thank you so much for watching. Hit the like button on your way out, and we are done.
None of these niggas have motion except for me. There has to be one real nigga left in America, in this damn country.
It's done. It's done. It's done.